All right. What's up, everybody? We are back. Welcome to another CAD vs. CAD tournament live stream. So excited to be here with everybody. I think it's going to be a really good day. And we're once again joined by the legend, Connor. Welcome back, my friend.
It's nice to be here.
Guys, let us know in the chat if everything sounds good. Go ahead, Connor. Test your mic again.
Check.
Check. I think we're good. Let's see. Go ahead. Hit it one more time.
Check.
Oh, yeah. Looking like it's coming across perfect. Guys, let us know, as always, in the chat if everything looks good, sounds good, if we've got good audio for Connor, if we've got good audio for tootalltoby, and if everything else looks and sounds good. I think everything's looking pretty good. Maybe a couple little things here that need to be brought into line just a little bit, but I think that for the most part, we're looking good. We're sounding good. We're just having a problem with the chat being too wide. We got to close down the chat just a little bit. There we go. Boom.
Looks like it might be a bit quiet. I can just talk a little bit louder.
A bit quiet? Okay, yep. Go ahead, Connor.
All right, check. Hi, this is Connor. This is mech check number 2.
We need you in here. We need them to be able to hear your commentary.
Oh, yeah.
And guys, does the music sound good? Is the music too loud, too quiet, just right? As always, let us know. It's always good when we know this before we get going too deep into the tournament. Welcome, guys. This is so awesome. Matab says, I like the boom transition art. Yeah, that's a good good point. We should probably not have that right over Connor's face. Sound is nice and balanced. Can't hear that any music. If the music's too low, I mean, that's probably okay. We could crank it a little bit, but it's probably okay that it's a little low. Let's see. Yeah. I'll put it here. I'll move this just to like a little bit. I'll move it just a little bit. We'll see if that's good. There we go. See if that strikes a nice balance. Guys, so good to see everybody in here. Don't forget to hit the live button on the YouTube stream. We want to make sure that we are seeing you live and that you are getting the latest and greatest feed. And welcome to Derek, to Deke. Welcome to FPV Kev. Welcome to Gray. Welcome to Flux Bench. What's up? Great to see you in here. Is that James? James is Flux Bench, I think. Let us know, James, if that's you. And welcome to the Vicky Chong, holding it down as moderator and keeping it all hold down in the chat. Eric is here. What's up, Eric? Dom is here. Ricardo is here. We're going to see them battle today. We got Jim U. Kerberos in the chat. What's up? Says best of luck to all the runners. Guntus is here. Hello, world. Hello, my friend. Lotos is here. Uncle Facepound is here. We got Serial Sal here in the chat today. What's up? What's up? Victor K is here. Hello, Toby in chat. Connor may be a tad quiet. Yes, thank you, my friend. Fix the boom transition arm. I think we're getting everything here. Sounds nice and balanced. Good. Oh, that's my jam. Nice. Perfectly balanced, as everything should be. That is what we strive for.
Oh, yeah.
In the world of Too Tall Toby. We like it when things are perfectly balanced. It definitely feels good when that is the case. And guys, so good to see everybody here. Of course, we're rocking our traditional Too Tall Toby shirts.
Of course.
And let's see here. Rocket Works LLC says hello from Fort Walton, Florida. Guys, I just want to remind you as a public service announcement, please make sure that you press the button in the lower right corner of YouTube. That is the live button. That will make sure that you are, in fact, getting the latest and greatest live version of the stream. Because if you did watch an ad before the live stream started, then you may be on a slight delay. In fact, I'm actually like reaching up here and I am adjusting my monitoring computer to make sure that I am in fact getting the latest and greatest. I've got an ad here in front of the feed, and so now I'm back like 20 seconds. So let's make sure that we click that live button. It's in the lower left corner on YouTube, and that'll make sure that you're watching the latest and greatest live stream. And Ricardo Jean in the chat says, nice hair, Connor.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I got a
nice
haircut between the last stream and this one.
Oh, nice.
So thank you.
Hey, you're looking good.
Thank you.
Wouldn't it be cool if we just recorded all the streams all at one time in batch, and then oh, I guess it doesn't really work like that with live, huh?
Nah, not really.
I
mean, I guess we could like have everyone in the tournament all at once.
All at once.
That's just like a 7-hour long recording session.
And then predict what people are going to say live.
Yeah.
It is funny that we are often wearing the same uniforms. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe like Ricardo and the others are plants. Like
yeah.
Like we hired them just to say that thing at that time because we knew that was going to happen in the recording.
Well, guys, we got to give a shout out to Dom, who's in the chat also. What Dom is doing is he's actually off-site today, not at his usual desk, but he's still tuning in to participate in this tournament today. So while you're watching him, make sure you cheer him on. And thank you, Dom, for making it, even when you are not under ideal situations, ideal circumstances. I really appreciate it, and appreciate you taking some time out of your trip to be with us here today. And Umer I9 says, hello, Ricardo Jean, the king of speed modeling. In which place of Italy do you live? I want to meet you. Wow.
Wow.
You gotta get a special appointment there to meet the king, the 3-time tournament champion, Ricardo Jean.
Yeah.
So Connor, thank you so much for joining us. You're an amazing roommate, and you offer some pro level commentary.
Oh, thank you.
Boom. All right, guys, let's get into it here. This is the first time we've ever done a tournament where we've had a title sponsor, and our title sponsor is Hightail.io. From idea to launch, built for velocity. What Hightail really specializes in is combining AI capabilities with human expertise to design, build, and launch your software faster. And I can tell you, I've got firsthand experience working with this team. We actually launched an educational program earlier this year called CADpractice.com. It's a platform that is designed specifically for STEM educators to teach 3D CAD, CADpractice.com, and it would not have been possible without the team over at Hightail. If you are ever in a position where you've got an idea and you want to turn that idea into a reality and you don't have the programming skills in-house, you can work with the team at Hightail, and they can really streamline that process and really help you guys turn that idea into a reality. Visit them at hightail.io and let them know that Too Tall Toby sent you. And I also want to just say to everybody out there, thank you for being a part of this. Don't forget to hit the like button. What do we got here for attendees today, Connor? Let's see what the attendance is looking at. 50 people watching so far, and we got 7 likes. Let's see if we can get that up to 50 likes in the next 2 minutes. We want that to be at a 1-to-1 ratio of viewership to likes. Okay, we're up to 21 already. Look at that.
Nice.
We're cruising. We're doing it the right way. So, guys, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the live button also. Hit the like button and hit the live button, and that way you can make sure that you are watching the latest and greatest. And Ricardo Jean says, come to Bologna. Let's eat a true Italian pizza. Yo, nice.
Very nice.
Nice. Look at that response from the chat. And Rock Color in the chat says, hello, everyone. Good luck to the runners. Guys, we have got, I'm going to just go back to full screen for a second. Connor and I, have put together some fantastic models for these runners today. Some fantastic challenges. They are not going to be easy. It's not often that you get 4 absolute speed modeling wizards in one single event, and that's what we have today. We are so fortunate to have this today. So Connor and I got together, we put our heads together, and we said, we're going to ramp it up a little bit for this one. We're going to give these guys some challenges. So I'm very excited for the models. You know, I know that the runners are the stars, but sometimes I feel like the models are kind of the stars too. So I'm very excited to see how these guys approach these models, and we're gonna definitely make sure that they have some challenges. I don't think we're gonna see any 2-minute battles today.
9 sheet metals.
Yeah, 9 sheet metals all in a row. Let's go. This one's for Dom.
Yes.
So, guys, don't forget to hit the like button if you like these types of models and these types of challenges. Don't forget to share and reshare. And don't forget to sign up for a free account over at tootalltoby.com. Get started with your CAD speed modeling journey. And wow, shout out to Guntus in the chat. Says, call the gladiators to the arena. Yes, indeed. These guys are warriors today. And we have got some real lions for them to battle in the arena today. Thank you so much, Guntus, for starting the super chat train. If anybody's out there and has the means, we always appreciate the super chat. It does go a long way towards keeping the channel running. So thank you all so much for being a part of this. Guys, you can visit tootalltoby.com/calendar to make sure that you get the latest and greatest links and reminders for upcoming live streams. And here we see what the tournament bracket looks like today. The Too Tall Toby Summer Open CAD vs. CAD tournament, presented by Hightel.io, and of course made possible by all of our tournament sponsors. Be sure to go down into the description. You can click on a link for our tournament sponsors. You can even click on a coupon code and save some money with some of our tournament sponsors. So be sure to use the links down below in the description for that. And what we've got going here today is we've got Dom in our bracket in the upper left, our semifinal champion. We got Ricardo Jean in the bracket in the upper right. He is our 3-time tournament winner. And we've got in the lower left Matab, and in the lower right we've got Gray. So in the beginning we saw Dom go up against C Money, advance to the semifinals. Ricardo go up against Aras, advance to the semifinals. We saw Matab go up against Mr. Alex, advance to the semifinals, and we saw Gray go up against Hassan, free CAD wizard extraordinaire, and advance to the semifinals. So very excited to see these matches, and thank you so much to our prize sponsor, 3D Connection, not only putting up prizes for the runners, but also putting up a special prize for the audience. There's a special contest that we've been running over on the Too Tall Toby website where you can win a CAD Mouse Pro wireless, and we're going to do the drawing today. If you're not familiar with 3D Connection, be sure to visit them. They help you with peripherals that'll let you work faster in 3D CAD without the stream. 3dconnection.com. And these tournaments would not be possible without all of our amazing sponsors. And I got to give a huge shout out to Xometry. Xometry provides manufacturing on demand. They give you a simple, fast way to create custom physical parts. So what that means is if you visit the website, Xometry.com, you upload your 3D CAD file, they'll tell you how much it'll cost to get it machined. They'll tell you how much it'll cost to get it plastic injection molded. They'll tell you how much it'll cost to get it 3D printed. You know, they offer a lot of different types of manufacturing processes with a lot of different high quality materials, and it all starts with your 3D CAD file. And the cool thing is they also have an instant quoting system right on their homepage. So when you go to their homepage, when you go to Xometry.com, you can upload your file and you can find out right away how much it's going to cost, and you can change the quantities to get the price per part down, or change the location where it's going to be manufactured. Visit them at Xometry.com and take a look down below in the description for a coupon code. You can save some money on your very first order. And look at this, a 2,000 donation.
Wow.
Wow, what a super chat from NGN. Thank you, my friend. Welcome. And 2,000 NGN, or maybe that's the units.
I think, yeah, NGN's the
2,000 units here from Circuit Curiosity. He actually won a 3D printer in a raffle in our last tournament.
Nice.
And messaged me after he got it. Really, really cool. Really nice guy. And thank you so much for that 2,000 donation. That is awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That is so cool. And guys, be sure to visit our sponsor, Xometry. We would not be able to have these tournaments, have these prizes, have these giveaways without all of our amazing sponsors. So thank you to our sponsors, and thank you to our super chatters as well.
Yeah.
And of course, I want to remind you, you can use the coupon code Toby20Summer or visit Xometry down below in the description. We got the link and the codes down there as well. And Uncle Facepound coming in with a super chat as well. Thank you, my friend. 1139.
Wow.
Very cool. Very precise. I love the precision of that super chat. Thank you, my friend. That is awesome. And thank you so much for supporting the channel. Uncle Facepound's been a longtime supporter of the channel. He creates custom challenges on the tootalltoby user-submitted CAD challenges. He's always in there helping out, creating tutorials, and helping out the community, answering in the Discord. So thank you, my friend. MVP goes to Uncle Facepound. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We also saw Gerber Winja said, just bought my first 3D printer and started learning FreeCAD this week. One day I will join this competition. I'm coming for you, Ricardo. Give me 10 years. That is awesome.
Nice.
Well, remember, if you're ever looking to learn 3D CAD and learn 3D CAD for 3D printing, you can always visit us at tootalltoby.com. We've got a lot of challenges to get you started for free. And then if that seems like if you like that style of learning by doing, you can unlock the entire library, over 350 models at tootalltoby.com. Ricardo Jean says, Gerbin Winja will be waiting for you, the future master karate CAD combat.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go. And guys, another one of our sponsors for this tournament is SolidBox, mysolidbox.com. You can visit them at mysolidbox.com, and what they provide are professional CAD workstations and professional CAD services for professional CAD users. SolidBox helps users get up and running fast by providing custom builds of servers, desktops, and laptops for SolidWorks users. And guys, the team at SolidBox really knows their stuff when it comes to hardware. If you're suffering with very slow computers, computing time, trying to open up large assemblies and everything just kind of locks up and you can't get anything done, visit the team at mysolidbox.com. They will not only help you by advising you on what you can do to help those assemblies go a little faster, they also provide some really nice high-end computers. The biggest thing is all the bloatware is stripped out. They've created a custom SolidBox build of Windows with all the bloatware stripped out so that you can get up and running and avoid all the little pop-ups that constantly happen in Windows when you use the vanilla build. So visit them, mysolidbox.com, a great team and a really high skill level to help you get up and running faster. Matab in the chat says Ricardo wears the karate outfit while modeling.
Yeah.
Nice, smart, keeps you loose, keeps you, you don't want anything to get, trapped. You don't want your arm to get trapped. And it looks like that's Jim U. Kerberos says, may the wheel of fortune be with you all today. Oh, thank you, Jim U. Kerberos. SEK 100. Thank you. So nice. Such a kind member of the society. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you.
It's true. I did 7 years of judo. Amazing time.
Wow.
Ricardo Jean, I didn't know that about you.
Real Renaissance man over here.
Yeah, he's got it all. He really has it all. Well, guys, if you like learning about those sponsors, and if you like where this tournament is going, be sure to hit the like button, be sure to share, be sure to subscribe, and be sure to hit the live button on YouTube. If your stream has fallen behind a little bit and you're not watching live anymore, well, then you're not really going to be able to stay in touch with the action in real time, and that's what we want. So be sure to hit the live button. Connor, what do we got for viewers? We got 77 viewers watching.
Nice.
Let's go. Don't forget to hit the like button as well. I really appreciate that. We got 32 likes. Let's get that number up to match the number of viewers. 78 viewers. Let's go. Yes. Let's go. All right, guys. Here we go. FPV Kev says, I thought he was a wizard, not a ninja. And the Vicky Chong, who's also the admin and the moderator, says he's a CAD wizard ninja.
Oh.
So there you go. He's got it all. He's really got it all.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, here we go. We're going to get into it now, and we're going to have our first match. And the way that this works is we take 2 users from around the world, sometimes using the same CAD system, sometimes using different CAD systems. And we take those users and we pit them against one another. So if we had Ivan the Reasonable from Canada going up against Rambro's Workshop from India, what we would do is we would show them a 2D drawing. We're going to reveal it to them. We're really going to reveal it to everyone, all of you in the chat as well. And then our runners are going to share their screen, and they're going to try to turn that 2D drawing into a 3D model as quickly as they can. Now, for our runners, what they're going to do is they're going to calculate the mass, and they're going to enter that mass directly into the YouTube chat. So Connor and I have an answer sheet here. We're going to keep an eye on the answers as they're coming in, and whoever gets the answer correct first, that person is going to earn a point. All right, and the rules are that if you want to advance to the finals, you have to earn 2 points. So after you earn that first point, we'll give you a little dot that says you got 1 point. You have to earn 2 points. 2 wins will get you into the finals. And if you get the answer wrong, well, what we're going to do is we're going to say, I'm sorry, that's incorrect, but you may continue trying to solve. So our runners have the ability to get it wrong once, but then they can keep going. They can keep trying to solve it. Now, for all of you out there in the chat, the amazing chat pros out there, No exploits, no exploits. No. I can't control if you use exploits. If you want to use exploits, you go for it. Okay. It's gonna be a little tricky today. These models today are a little. I wouldn't want to mess around with like, I would definitely want to put in all the dimensions for these models today because otherwise, you're gonna have a hard time. And the Vicky Chong in the chat says you can use exploits, but you will be shamed. So there you go. Ricardo the responsible. Nice. So, guys, you guys who are in the chat, don't forget the rules are that the chat can play along, but please do not help our runners, okay? They worked really hard to get to this point. Let's let them shine today. So don't answer in the chat. Don't post the mask. Don't type anything in the chat to help them. Like, hey, you could do that with a, a radiate surface if you wanted to, something like that. No. Don't tell them that, okay? Don't say like, oh, you missed a fillet. If you want to say anything, what you can do, if you solve it first, like maybe you're really fast and you solve it first in the chat, what can you type in the chat? Chat pros, let me know. If you solve it before our runners solve it, what should you type in the chat? Should you type the answer? No. You don't want to type the answer. What you want to do is you want to type in the chat and kind of flex and let all the other chat pros know that you solved it before these runners. So what you can do is you can type, I got it. You can type, I got it. That's how you can let people know that you solved it first, that you are a true chat pro and that you're out there solving before these guys. And it seems like some of the response here is kind of laggy. Maybe people are not clicking the live button.
Maybe.
So don't forget to hit the live button on the YouTube stream. Make sure that you are, in fact, watching this thing live and in real time. Okay? And guys, please don't help the runners. Type in that you got it. That's great. Type in, I solved it. I got it. That's fine. But don't type in the answer and don't type in what they're missing. All right, guys, if you want to compete, if you want to join us, you can always join us on Model Monday Live. We're not streaming this Monday, but we do usually stream on Mondays. And on Mondays, you can actually answer in the chat. And you can answer, and everybody can compete against each other and earn points live. So it's you against everybody else in the chat live. So if you want to compete, if you want to be a part of this, you can do it every Monday. We do it every single Monday. We get 2 new models every single Monday. So you can join us on Mondays for Model Monday Live. We would love to see you in there. And that is your chance to prove your speed in real time against the chat. All right, guys, here we go. We're going to get into the first semifinal battle here. This one's going to be between Dom from the United States and Matab from Bangladesh. Matab is a 2-time tournament winner, and he's also the only person in the tootalltoby community to win 2 tournaments using 2 different CAD systems.
Yeah.
He won 1 tournament using SolidWorks, which is kind of like his go-to. Then, in 30 days, he learned Fusion. It's so cool. That's how much of a wizard this guy is, and it's also how easy Fusion is to pick up and start learning. Within 30 days, he was able to get in there, use Fusion, and defeat Fusion wizards who have been using it for years.
Yeah.
So huge shout out to Matab. Well done. Super flex. Yes, indeed. And we're going to see this battle between these guys. Now, what Connor and I do before we get into the first actual battle, what we do is we do what we call a practice round. And what this is it's just our chance to kind of test the layouts that we've created, make sure that everybody can see the runners, make sure the runners can see the drawing, make sure that everybody kind of knows the rules. So what we're going to do here is we're going to do a practice round. I'm just going to bring up the practice model here. And this is going to give us a chance to see if these guys know how to follow the instructions, basically.
Yeah.
And fortunately, both of these guys have been in the tournaments before. This is not their first tournament. It goes to show that if you have some experience, it can be a real advantage. So both of these guys, both Dom and Ricardo, have some experience here. And so let's get into it and take a look at their screens side by side. And here we go. This first practice battle between Dom and Matab. Sorry, I think I might have said Ricardo by accident there. Dom and Matab, that's what I meant to say. This first practice battle between Dom and Matab begins in 3, 2, 1, go. And so the question here is, what is the mass of this part in XXXX grams?
It's intense.
So both of our runners are grabbing a screen capture, and both of our runners are going to start modeling. And let's take a look here at our runners. And we can see here, this is actually Matab and Dom. Change this over real quick here. There we go. So Dom on the left, running, looks like he's actually running a build of SolidWorks design.
Oh.
Interesting.
It's not something you see often.
Yeah. And let's see, where's our chat? We lost our chat. I think it's just behind.
Where's our chat?
I think it's just behind something. Let's go. It's there. It was just behind something. Yeah.
I do wonder sometimes if anyone would. I know this isn't like in the spirit because it's a practice round, but you probably could just do this part with a calculator.
Oh yeah, Aaron C would do it with a calculator.
Like, probably, I feel like a part this simple would be quicker with a calculator.
Ooh, strong words, Connor.
I'm just saying, it's like instead of drawing a rectangle and then hitting extrude, you would just type in the numbers and the multiplication symbol.
Yeah, XYZ, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, but then you would need density.
Well, just XYZ times
density.
Yeah.
Maybe we could do some where we do it in Excel and we kind of challenge people to prove they still got their calc and their trig skills.
That'd be funny.
Yeah.
We should host an in-person drafting competition. I think that'd be funny.
Oh.
Like
go on.
Like instead of receiving a draft and then finding the mass from that, or like you could still receive like the 2D sketch. I think it'd be funny if we gave the competitors a 3D object.
Oh.
And then made them draft it and find the.
Made them draft. Oh, I like this. Yeah.
I think that'd be funny.
I like this.
Like maybe like an April Fool's competition or something.
Connor for the win. I like this a lot. This is a fantastic idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can get down with this. All right, guys. I think everything's good. Just opened YouTube and started watching this CAD battle. Good luck both sides. All right, well, welcome Dr. CAD Tutorials. Yo, good screen.
Wow.
That's a fantastic screen.
We need this guy on commentary.
Yeah, Dr. CAD Tutorials. Stay in touch, okay? Welcome and stay in touch. So what we're doing here is we're just doing a quick practice round. This is just a practice round. So game of telephone. Victor K says game of telephone. One guy models from the drawing. Next guy draws from the model. Next guy models from the second guy's drawing. Yo, I like that too.
Pretty funny.
Yeah, there's lots of cool stuff we could do here, guys. We're just getting started with this journey, and the sky is the limit for sure. All right, well, listen, CAD Relay, yeah. I think both these screens look great. I want to, again, say thank you so much to our sponsors. Don't forget to see the description for some links to our sponsors. You can get coupons. You can save some money working with our sponsors. But I think this is all looking fantastic. So I think what we're going to do now is we're going to head on back to the presentation. And, guys, it's one of my favorite times of the design, and that is to head over to the Wheel of Fate. Now, before we do, I just want to thank another one of our sponsors. I know I mentioned the sponsors a moment ago, but I want to recognize Fotinos Design. You can visit them at fotinos.design. This is CAD design services from none other than Victor K. And for those of you who don't know, Victor K is both a SolidWorks and an Onshape expert, and probably like 10 other CAD systems expert.
Yeah.
And Victor K is also a member of the chat. He's in the chat. He's under someone you don't know. So you can ask him about his website. You can visit his website and you can see that these are CAD design services from a CAD expert. If you are ever in need of taking some 2D ideas and turning them into 3D models and getting them manufacturing ready, you can talk to Victor K at Fotinos Design. And he is a fantastic resource and an absolute wizard in the world of 3D CAD. And not just turning models into ideas into 3D objects, but creating like multiple parameterized versions of these models, libraries of models. He's got a ton of experience in a lot of different disciplines. So if you ever are in need of any kind of CAD design services, reach out. Fotinos.design is the website, and it's a great looking website too. Good job, Victor K.
Very nice.
And of course, guys, if you're ready to take those ideas and turn them into reality, maybe you're working with Victor K to create the 3D models, and now you're ready to turn them into actual physical parts, you can visit our friends over at Send Cut Send. Send Cut Send delivers fast, custom parts at any scale. So whether you're doing 1 or 10,000, reach out to the team at Send Cut Send. You can see they do CNC routing, laser cutting, water jet cutting. They really do a lot of different things. They kind of got famous with doing sheet metal fabrication, but since then they've expanded to a number of different manufacturing processes. And you can visit them at sendcutsend.com. You can get your parts delivered in as little as 24 hours. And if you look down below in the description, you can see a link on how you can save some money. Guys, we would not be able to have these tournaments without these amazing sponsors. So thank you so much to all of our sponsors. And take a look in the description for some coupon codes to save some money when you're working with them. Sendcutsend.com/tootalltoby is another way that you can save money.
Yeah. I know we've said this before, but I feel like Send Cut Send is like just a perfect name.
Another perfect name for a website. Yeah. Solid.
What do they do?
Mm-hmm.
You send them something, they cut it, and they send it back to you.
They send it right back.
Yeah.
And guys, we got big news this week. We talked to another one of our sponsors, PDX. We said, listen, there are so many people in the tournament audience who want to attend this conference. You got to open the ticket sales. Open the ticket sales. Release the tickets. And the guys at PDX said, all right, Toby, we'll do it. So the tickets are now officially open. It was going to be on pause until August 3rd, but the tickets are now available. And so you can go to pdexpo.engineer and you can sign up for an amazing 2-day conference where you can learn a lot about the manufacturing process and how to develop your products. And you can learn some practical skills and get expert insights and breakthrough innovation. The conference is October 20th and 21st in Phoenix, Arizona, and you can save $50 off your ticket right now if you use code TTT26. So check it out. And if you have any questions about the Product Development Expo PDX 2026, let me know or hit me up in Discord. We're always interested in other, even other potential vendors who want to attend and join us at that event. It's a great way to network and to meet some customers and to meet some other vendors. So check it out. pdexpo.engineer is the website. TTT26 is the code. It's already
TTT26.
All right, guys. And of course, this entire tournament is presented by Hightail.io. The Wheel of Fate is also presented by Hightail.io. If you ever have an idea for a web-based program or any kind of a program, visit the team at Hightail.io. They can take your idea and turn it into reality. And we know that for sure because they helped us develop CADpractice.com, which is a CAD learning website where educators can manage their classrooms for STEM educators, high school, college, even younger school. If your students are learning 3D CAD, CADpractice.com is the website. Built by and powered by Hightail.io.
Very nice.
Guys, we're now going to turn to the Wheel of Fate. And the way the Wheel of Fate works, and for those of you who are here for the first time, the way the Wheel of Fate works is that if Connor and I knew what the drawings were going to be that were going to show up for our runners, well, then it wouldn't really be that fair. Right? If we happen to know, because we know these runners, we've seen these runners in several tournaments now. So if we know, for example, that Dom is amazing at sheet metal, well, then we could just like load up a bunch of sheet metal drawings and give them all to Dom, and then he would just be able to blast through those. If we know that one user is a little bit weaker, a little bit stronger in certain categories, it wouldn't be any fun. So instead, what we do is we randomize the drawing. So we've got a collection of 7 drawings here. Drawing number 13, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25. And if you want to prove your clairvoyance, you can type into the chat and you can let us know what number you think it's going to be. It's like my grandma used to always tell me, Connor, you don't need math when you're an empath.
Facts.
Think about it. Facts. Exactly.
No.
Facts. So, guys, we see in the chat that FPV Kev thinks it's going to be number 21. D. Vicky Sean thinks it's going to be number 13. We see Jim U. Kerberos thinks it's going to be 23. Uncle Facepound Lucky 13. We've got Eric here thinks it's going to be 24. Dom 25. Rockcrawler 13. Jimbo thinks it's going to be 13. We got Himash thinks it's going to be 23. Guntis thinks it's going to be 21. Serial Sal thinks it's going to be 25. Prog fan thinks it's going to be 13. Botam thinks it's going to be 2. Alex thinks it's going to be number 25. Masito thinks it's going to be 23. Sakaran thinks it's going to be 20. And Master Thien thinks it's going to be 21. Guys, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the live button so you can make sure that you're getting this live. If you like these kinds of things and if you want to be watching them live, be sure to hit the like button. Be sure to hit the live button. And here we go. We're going to shuffle these up a little bit. Shuffle, and spin.
I'm thinking 13.
13. Connor thinks it's going to be 13. I would love it if it was 13. That's a great model.
Yeah, second lowest double-digit prime number.
Oh, yeah.
I was wrong.
All right, guys. Well, we got a really good drawing here to get things started. Of course, we have lots of wizards who know lots of different CAD skills, but it's up to the Wheel of Fate to decide which CAD skill they're going to be challenged on. So, Connor, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hide the wheel. I'm going to just talk to the production team real quick and make sure that everything's ready. Maybe you could read a couple of these fun facts. You don't have to read them all, but maybe you can just tell the audience a little bit about our runners.
Sure. So on the left, we have Dom using SolidWorks, our number 4 seed. And he started using SolidWorks in 2019. And he's been working in the manufacturing industry for 7 years.
Nice.
And I'll do 3 for each of them.
Okay.
Third and fourth place has become his home. Well, hopefully that doesn't stay the case.
Yeah, he's already there though, so he's got nothing but upside now.
Yeah. It's not a diss on Matab. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to be positive here.
Yeah.
And on our right side, we got Matab, our number 1 seed, also rocking SolidWorks. He's a junior engineering student, or junior industrial engineering student. And during his SolidWorks course, I really can't read that. I apologize.
Good.
Yeah. During his SolidWorks course, he was facing a problem modeling something and searched for a SolidWorks tutorial on YouTube and came across Triple T. Learned the power moves, best practices, etc. And now he's here. And
wow.
Yeah, he is a lucky guy because his SolidWorks rarely crashes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice. Yo, that is lucky. Lucky ducky.
Yeah.
Dr. CAD Tutorial, look at this question. Does the Wheel of Fate use a uniform probability distribution when making its selections? It just reminded me of one of the hardest problems in computer science, generating truly random numbers. The Wheel of Fate, it's a great question. The Wheel of Fate does use a highly proprietary technology that we are not allowed to discuss here due to an ironclad NDA.
Yes.
But I'll just say probably.
Yeah. I do love the random number programming thing, like the what's the company that uses the lava lamps to generate random numbers. I think that's such a cool idea for that.
That's cool.
We need Dr. Cat Tutorials commentary.
Yeah.
Immediately.
We gotta get him tunneled.
Hop on Discord right now, bro.
Get him in here. All right, guys, listen. Enough talk. The time is now for this battle. We got Dom from the United States, our number 4 seed in this tournament, running SolidWorks. We got Matab from Bangladesh, a 2-time tournament winner, our number 1 seed from Bangladesh, running SolidWorks. This is it, Connor. You ready?
Oh, yeah.
Here we go, guys. The semifinal battles start out with drawing number 20. This CAD vs. CAD battle begins in 3, 2, 1, go. What is the mass of this part in XXX.X grams? The tolerance is plus or minus 1 grams. Our runners are both grabbing a screen capture of this part, and they are moving it into their CAD system. Let's see how they do it. We got Dom on the left from the United States running SolidWorks. We got Matab on the right from Bangladesh running SolidWorks. Let's see if they decide to use sheet metal for this challenge or if they just do it with regular solids. Let's see what they decide to do with their first couple of sketches. Starting very differently here. Yeah. This is what I love about when we get into the more complicated models. We get to see this kind of variety from our runners. So we see that Matab has decided to start out by drawing this thing kind of looking in from the end, doing some kind of overall dimensioning. Meanwhile, we see Dom has decided to draw this thing by creating that kind of upper square base with the hole going through it. So really, really interesting. Again, shout out to Dom. He's actually working off premises today, not in his regular comfortable area to work. And I'm sure that when you jump onto a different computer, you're probably getting some surprises as far as keyboard shortcuts and things go. Yeah. But I love what we're seeing here right at this moment. I love that we're seeing kind of both of the runners are taking a moment, still kind of coming up with a game plan. It looks like Matab is just kind of thinking through, looking at the drawing, trying to figure out what's going on with this drawing. Yeah. This is kind of a classic, without giving away too much, this is kind of a classic sheet metal dilemma. When you look at the way sheet metal parts are defined, are dimensioned, they will the customer will sometimes give you a dimension that doesn't really play that friendly with the way SolidWorks works, with the way SolidWorks programming works. So.
That's clever what Matab just did there.
Yeah, it did a circle and then cut the outside. Is that what it did? That was really cool. I love seeing Matab. This is so cool because Matab just added those fillets by doing a window select from a perpendicular view. And that's totally a move that I think we all learned from watching Dom. Like, Dom was definitely one of the ones that pioneered that move in the speed modeling community. Yeah. So it's kind of cool to see that Matab is now using it against Dom. Yeah. in a 1v1 match here. So really cool to see here, and really interesting to see how both of these runners are going through and trying to solve this thing. Not an easy model. I gotta say, I'm surprised by how far, even knowing what I know about these runners, I'm surprised by how far Matab is already. It's almost like he's got the whole thing almost done already. So really, really interesting. But of course, when we get into these higher tier challenges, these tier 4 and tier 5 challenges, there's always gonna be a little bit more of a kind of like discrete phases of the challenges. And although it looks like Matab maybe is almost finished, now I think you can see he's getting into that second kind of discrete phase of this challenge where you're trying to work with that lower section that's kind of notched out. You can see going down the
just say that Dom did the exact same thing that we were just talking about.
Yeah. Dom's doing the same thing, that we're talking about here. But I think that Matab, you can see Matab is getting now into it and kind of trying to think through what exactly he's going to do. Oh, doing that fillet that we talked about?
Yeah, that too.
Gotcha. Yeah, Matab is now looking at this thing and trying to figure out how to get that geometry that we've described in the drawing and how to get it in a way that it's, you can see this is tricky. Like I saw this part in the real world and I thought to myself, whoa, that's a cool sheet metal bend. I like the way it's kind of flat on the bottom there where you've got that rounded tab with the hole going through. You got those four holes going through this thing, and then you've got kind of a rounded area, so, going around those holes, which is flat. It's the same, it's coplanar to that main tab that's flat on the floor. Yeah. And so how the heck do you create that? How do you manage it? It's definitely, this is where things start to get a little bit tricky.
It looks like Dom might be experiencing the new computer effect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really have any other commentary besides that, but it is unfortunate.
Interesting, Matab just decided to blast that whole end away. Let's see what he ends up doing, if he sticks with that strategy or if he decides to mix it up a little bit here.
I think you might lose some mass, though, if you do stick to that strategy.
Yeah, he'll definitely need to clean it up.
Yeah.
and Dom looking in on this thing from the top now. This is really cool to see, guys. This is what we came here for. Okay, this is what these tournaments are all about, is seeing these guys struggling with geometry that you will often see in the real world, and it's a great way for you to practice as well.
We don't want to see a hero. We want to see a hero fall. I'm going to quote Spider-Man.
Interesting.
Or maybe I'm quoting Green Goblin there. Yeah. It'd be weird if Spider-Man said that.
So it looks like Matab now looking down. Look at these. They're both putting in that same dimension to get the location of those holes and of those arcs. And I'm really curious to see how Matab handles this. Looks like he's going to do, what's he going to end up doing here? He's doing some kind of contour selection. He's trying to figure this thing out. Meanwhile, you see Dom, maybe from all his manufacturing experience, is I don't know. I hate to say it, or I don't want to necessarily prejudge this situation, but it almost looks like Dom is starting to pull ahead here.
Yeah,
because you can see Matab. He's what's he using here? He's using delete face, maybe. We love delete face.
Yeah. It also looked like Dom was trying to do all the parts and then symmetry it at first, while he had already mirrored the I don't know what you call it, like the tab on the side. And then when the window select wasn't working, he went back to the single part and looks like he's gonna mirror it.
Yeah.
Again, it's cool seeing these guys like troubleshoot.
Yes, I 100% agree. And now it looks like, at least graphically, it looks like Matab has it. Now this is interesting. Look what Matab's gonna do here. It looks like he's gonna create a 45-degree cut to create just a section of the model, and then I think we're going to see a pattern. Yeah. So this is really cool, guys. This is high-level stuff here, and this is something that I've certainly done myself because of the power of the circular pattern of a body. And now look at that. Look how quickly he got into combine and then combine them together. And guys, we're going to see an answer coming into the chat here any moment. Wow, wow, wow. Matab comes into the chat with the answer, 164.7 grams. And that is correct. And congratulations to Matab. Wow, wow, wow. Well done, my friend. Well done. That was awesome.
That was intense.
Holy smokes. That was not an easy part. Wow. Really, really well done. And you can see Dom on the left does have those tabs flattened down in that lower section. Look at him. Dom's right there. Yeah. Dom, if you bring up your mask, look at Dom. He's right there. Wow. He too was able to get that geometry, get it in place, get it created. What a cool experience. Serial Sal in the chat says, wow, what a cool part. Thank you, my friend. I think that was totally awesome. I'm going to leave these guys on screen for just a moment. I just want to plug in my control deck here so that I can do a little bit more dynamic recognition when they win and stuff. So guys, just give me a sec. Hopefully everything doesn't blow up.
Yeah. That was crazy to watch. Yeah, that was a wild match, especially like, you have Dom, who we know has more expertise with sheet metal, but he has the complete debuff of not being at his home setup.
Indeed.
Yeah. Yes. I think that, like, I was watching it, it looked like he had maybe 15 seconds where he was just like trying to put in controls and it didn't work.
Yes.
And it was, what, less than 10-second difference between the two of them?
Really, really close from both of them there. And wow, guys. Well, listen, you got to win 2 points to advance. Shout out to Matab. Shout out to Dom. We're definitely not trying to make excuses or anything, you know.
Yeah,
we're not. It's not like we're saying that. We're just trying to, you know, call it how it is, and it just goes to show how skilled both these guys are, and how it really could go either way. It's really up to the wheel of fate, and sometimes there's other factors that come into play here too. And they both really are cooking here today. So this is great. I love the fact that we have these 4 wizards here today. This is what we came for, guys. So let's keep going. Let's see what the next one is. Hassan in the chat says, "You got this next one, Dom." Guys, don't forget to hit the live button on YouTube. Don't forget to hit the like button on YouTube. We got 83 people watching right now. Nice. Don't forget, you can also share this with your friends, your coworkers. You can let them know, like, oh my God, you know, to me, it's probably going to be exactly like that scene in The Matrix when Mouse ran in and he's like, Neo and Morpheus are fighting. You know, it's like that. You could run around to all your friends right now and you could be like, Dom, it's Dom and Matab right now. You guys aren't going to believe it. Dom and Matab are battling. Yeah. So, you know, let your friends know. And guys, while you're out there letting your friends know what's going on, we're going to turn back to the Wheel of Fate presented by Hightail.io. Shout out to Hightail.io. If you ever need any kind of custom programming taken care of, if you ever have an idea for an app or anything like that, you can definitely reach out to the team at Hightail.io.
Nice.
And wow, Connor, congratulations to Matab.
Oh yeah,
That was awesome.
that was a really cool part. Just in general, like just to watch them work through that.
Yeah, I really like that part. I really like the geometry of that part. Those tabs at the bottom being flat and the way that they're filleted into it is not easy.
Yeah.
It is not easy to construct that geometry. And I got to give a special shout out to Matab at the end there, cutting the model into fourths and doing it using that 45-degree angle, 45, 45, 90, but cutting it into fourths and then patterning it. That is such an example of somebody who's got a lot of experience in 3D CAD.
Yeah.
Because those are the types of workarounds that we come up with all the time. Not necessarily even workarounds, but it's just a very common workflow. And the more you practice, the more you learn these workflows. So, guys, we got in the chat, Jim Yu thinks it's going to be drawing number 23. Guntus thinks it's going to be 21. FPV Kev thinks it's going to be 13. Dr. CAD Tutorial says the battle of ages is going on right now. Masito thinks it's going to be 23. Serial Sal thinks it's going to be 25. No Harm thinks it's going to be 23. Uncle Facepound says 13 for Mom. Prague Fan thinks it's going to be 22. Dom thinks it's going to be 24. Jern thinks it's going to be 23. We got Atula thinks it's going to be 24. Simon thinks it's going to be 13. Eric thinks it's going to be 13. What are you thinking, Connor?
Still 13.
Sticking with 13, huh? All right. Let's give this thing a shuffle. Shuffle, 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 and spin. I try to shuffle and spin without looking at the numbers because I don't want to jinx anything.
Yeah.
So let's see what we end up with here. It's going to be close.
22.
Okay. Wow. All right, guys. Well, you are in for a treat. And the audience is in for a treat with this one as well. Really, with all of them, you guys are in for a treat, and the audience is in for a treat. This is going to be another one that's really going to test all of their CAD skills. And that's kind of the theme of today. We really tried to create a lot of variety in the types of CAD knowledge they need to have to complete these challenges. So, Connor, while I'm getting this next challenge ready, maybe you can tell the audience just a little bit more about these runners.
Sure. Yeah. So, once again, on our left, we have Dom, our number 4 seed, rocking SolidWorks. And he one time spent 3 weeks designing a dumpster.
Nice.
Which I guess shows that we all know that Dom is a very competent CAD modeler, which must mean that dumpsters are exceptionally complicated.
Yeah.
And beneath that, we have
awesome.
My PB Walleye was a fat 26.5 incher through the ice. Very nice.
Yeah,
it's a fish, right?
That's a fishing reference. Yeah.
Very nice. We were just on a trip where we were talking to some dudes that were very into fishing, and we went ice fishing with them one time.
Nice.
Yeah. But on our right, we have Matab, our number 1 seed, rocking SolidWorks. And he says that he does not like sketch patterns at all, which I know that you and Matab both share.
Yeah.
And he's also won 11 plus CAD contests.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's lost track.
I think it'd be funny if Matab just changed that number every time, but like never above what his actual win is.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, this time it's 11, next time it's 13, the time after that's gonna be like 7. Just always changing it up.
Well, Connor, listen, and to the audience as well, I have to apologize. And Connor, I just want you to confirm here. I think that I'm missing drawing number 22 here in our library. Look, it goes from 21 to 23. So what we could do here, let's think. We could spin the wheel again, or we could take a minute and generate that drawing. I have the drawing, I just don't have it in this format. So, hey-o.
Got my water bottle.
I don't really like to mess with the wheel too much. So I'm kind of leaning more towards just generating the drawing real quick.
Okay.
We're just going to have to talk to the audience for a second. So if anybody needs to get up, use the restroom, anything like that, this is a good time to do that. I do apologize. Yeah, I don't want to mess with the wheel exactly, Jordan.
No.
That's exactly it. So this is probably going to take me like, realistically, this is probably going to take me like 5 minutes.
Okay.
I'm going to say 5, probably less than 5 minutes. But guys, if you want to talk amongst yourselves and Connor, maybe you can let us know a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, podcast time.
Yeah, podcast time. So what do you think about talking about the wheel jinxed it?
Yeah.
Exactly. So what do you think about this tournament so far? I know we only saw one match, but how do you think it's going so far?
I would say so far so good. I mean, I've been here for this. I'm here for this one, obviously.
Yep.
I was there for the last one with, what was that? Mr.
Mr. Alex.
Yeah, I was
Yo,
gonna say Alan, but no.
The return of Mr. Alex was epic.
Mr. Alex,
Yeah.
Matab, Gray, and Hassan. And that was a cool matchup between all of them. And I don't know, I saw the Dom versus, was it C8? Was that his name?
Yeah, C-Money.
C-Money.
Yeah.
And Ricardo versus Ross, both of those very interesting. I remember specifically I was rewatching and helping out with the editing of the Ross versus Ricardo match. And that match,
those matches were good.
Honestly, that's probably, in recent time, that's probably my favorite match I've seen.
Yeah.
And at least for this tournament, that was definitely like so far. I think that was so cool. You have a Ross, which is the newcomer, versus Ricardo.
Using Inventor.
Yeah, Inventor.
Inventor versus Solid.
How many times have we seen that in a tournament?
Not too
Inventor?
often. It reminded me of the old days of Gerben.
Yeah. But, yeah, a Ross was just like, I remember at one point he had tried to use the Ivan exploit, and it was very close to actually working. He had just, I think he just misinputted like one calculation.
Oh.
But if he had done that, it would have completely worked. So it was a close time almost seeing an exploit work. You also just have like the fact that Ross is we've never seen him in a tournament before.
Right.
And he actually held his ground against Ricardo, which is that is completely to put up a Ross, because as we all know, Ricardo is a wizard when it comes to this stuff.
Yeah, 3x tournament winner.
Yeah, like he's definitely up there for the GOAT question status of 3D CAD modeling. So it just shows that a Ross was like, he was just either unlucky with who he was put up against, or maybe it was lucky who he was put up against, because we got to see just like
definitely lucky for us.
Yeah, lucky for us, but also we could see a like newcomer put up against a champion, and that would like he had a good comparison.
Yeah.
So that was a crazy match to watch, post live.
Yeah, and then you mentioned you've been doing some of the editing of these videos too.
Yeah, I help out every now and then.
And how's that been?
It's been good. Yeah, I get to obviously watch the tournaments again, and I get the privilege of mostly seeing the highlights. You'll see sometime, I think I think it was match 2 of Matab and Mr. Alex. I had done some funny commentary that was just blatantly incorrect, and I had to put a little editor's note in there that's just like, I was completely wrong when I said this.
Well, you don't ever have to correct. It's all, everybody understands when we're live. We're just riffing, we're just calling it as we see it.
Yeah. Well, there's I think I said that Mr. Alex had got first blood. Because I was like, oh, it was only like a 1 second difference, and I was rewatching it when I was editing. It was like 20 seconds of difference between.
Yeah, it was close. It feels shorter when you're live. Well, listen, guys, if you guys are ready, if you guys are back from your quick coffee break, put a 1 in the chat. Let us know that you're ready. And guys, I just want to say, Connor, it's been awesome having you in commentary, but it's also been really awesome having you editing those videos too. You've been doing a great job.
Thank you.
So keep it up, and I love your little, I love the little touches that you're putting in.
Thank you.
And yeah, it's been great. So thank you. Yeah, and it's been awesome. So Matab is in the chat. He's putting in a 1. He's ready to go. And Victor K is in the chat. He's putting in a 1. He's ready to go. Guys, don't forget to hit the live button. We are ready now. I fixed that issue. I apologize. Just a little. The drawing was almost ready to go. I just needed to run it through one quick. Needed to reroute the sub key encryption. Yeah, to get it working. No. So. All right, guys, everybody in the chat looks like they're ready to go. Most importantly, Matab and Dom are ready to go. Don't forget to hit the live button on YouTube. Don't forget to hit the like button on YouTube. And Connor, we ready?
Yeah.
Dom, Matab, shake it off. Okay, shake it off real quick here. We got a really good model for you. The Wheel of Fate has spoken, and this is what it has delivered to you. And I think we're gonna see a lot of skills here from our runners. We're gonna see we're gonna see some action here. Yeah. So here we go, all shaken off, and we got Dom from the United States, our number 4 seed, running SolidWorks. We got Matab from Bangladesh, our number 1 seed, running SolidWorks. If Matab wins this one, he moves on to the finals. If Dom wins this one, we all win because we get to see another match. Here we go. This CAD vs. CAD battle begins in 3, 2, 1, go! What is the mass of this part in XXXX grams? Tolerance is plus or minus 5 grams. It's a turbojet.
Yeah, I was gonna say this part looks funny.
It's a turbojet. Okay, it's a jet that maybe sticks out the side of a boat, and it provides propulsion, and it will often stick out at kind of a funky angle.
No.
You can see that plate on top is at a weird angle. You can see that the propulsion tube is at a weird angle. Good luck to our runners. We got Dom on the left running SolidWorks. We got Matab on the right running SolidWorks. And within 30 seconds, they've already grabbed a screen capture and they're already jumping into 3D CAD and beginning their first sketches. Yeah. Now, as always, kind of the theme of today is to just take a minute and come up with a good game plan. A lot of times having a good game plan will end up saving you time. And I think that's going to be the case with this model too. But let's see what our wizards come up with. They are in the hot seat, not us.
I think it's funny though. I remember in the beginning of me commentating on this, I would see parts like this, and I'd just be like, "Oh, that looks weird." And now that I've done it a couple of times, I'm like, "You are really trying to make sure that they can't Ivan exploit this."
Well, Ivan exploit, but also just looking at a real world part like this, you know, like the propulsion jet doesn't just come straight across; it's at a slight angle. Okay, so it's like it's slightly going down or slightly going up, and then also the platform that is mounted on it, it'll mount on the left and the right. So they've designed it so it kind of like sticks out to one side or sticks out to the other. So like there truly is a left-hand, right-hand version. But then the question is, well, how do you create that transition, and how do you define it so that it can be inspected when you get these parts back from the manufacturer?
Yeah,
and that's the joy of making these models for these runners. But yes, the Ivan exploit does often come into my considerations as well.
Are there any other ones that are named?
It all just kind of is named as the Ivan exploit.
Okay.
Victor K would definitely get a honorable mention for recognizing that when you've got fillets with the same radius on sheet metal that are going inside corner versus outside corner, they kind of cancel each other out. Because sheet metal has the same wall thickness.
Yeah.
So Victor K was probably the first one I saw exploit that live. But yeah, we just kind of all refer to them all as the Ivan exploit.
That's it.
So I think this model, this 2D drawing of this model is one where you're really going to want to think a little bit about how to get started and think a little bit about order of feature creation. And I think that both of our runners have done that. It is interesting that they both have ultimately kind of started in different regions. And I think you're going to see throughout the day today, all the models have these kind of, I guess you would call them like discrete regions of the model. In the case of this model here, you've got discrete region 1, which is maybe that upper plate. I'm not saying the order in which to do them. I'm just listing them randomly. So maybe discrete region 1 would be like the ellipse that is blending from the top area to the bottom area. Then discrete region 2 could be the top area, and discrete region 3 could be the bottom area. And you could put them in any order, but I think that the order in which you put them in is important. And I think that thinking about that before you get started can really help you to be successful in this challenge. You'll notice that both of our runners here, you know, they've seen a lot of models from tootalltoby, but sometimes we throw them curveballs. We throw them stuff that they're not as comfortable with. And that's why we love the Wheel of Fate. You know, I almost skipped this one. I almost said, you know what? It's not in there. I don't have it. I will just skip it. But you know what? I don't like messing with the Wheel of Fate. The Wheel of Fate has given this model to these guys, and now it's going to be up to them to figure out how to build it. So we see Matab drawing First Blood has already created that kind of upper plate on an angle and is now moving down to this lower region of the model. Matab on the right, of course, from Bangladesh. We see Dom on the left going through and modeling this thing up using the lower region. Like again, if we're being discreet about the different regions of the model, you'd say he's kind of working on that lower tube region.
Yeah.
What do you think, Connor? I mean, I almost want to ask the chat, like, what order would you do these in? But
I mean, I'd probably do what they're doing with the top part first, just because that seems like I don't actually know how much of this I can say.
Yeah, that's the hard part.
If I'm gonna put it in vague terms, I would probably do that because I think that is the part in which the other part's dimensions.
That's what you have to look at.
I think that part is the part that you can most easily do by itself.
Yeah, that's what you have to look at. You have to look at where and I'm not agreeing necessarily with Connor. I don't want to give anything away. And honestly, the only thing I'll really give away is that with most of these models, you can do them in different order.
Yeah.
You know, it's not always like start here, start there. But I think that when you are trying to come up with a game plan, what you want to think about is like, where are the dimensions coming from, and and then you want to think think through the model. Like, I'm going to build this, and I'm going to build this, and I'm going to build this. Okay, is that going to work? Are there dependencies I have to work on? Yeah. Anything like that? And we turn to the chat here for a second. Bill Black in the chat says this one won't be a sub 5-minute build. I think I'm going to have to agree with that. Yeah. And Dr. CAD Tutorial is kind of doing a pseudo quote of Mike Tyson. says competition has a way of making game plans disappear. The hands panic while the brain struggles to catch up.
Yeah.
Yes. Everybody has a great plan until they get punched in the face.
Nope.
Guys, this is so cool. Look at this. Look at Dom coming through here with the dimensions, getting this thing locked in. Matab on the right looks like he's trying to kind of, it's almost like he looks like he's trying to create a frame for this thing, but he's not really sure where to go.
Yeah. I like with Matab also, you can always tell when he's planning and scheming.
Yeah, he's scheming.
Yeah. He never, like, you can just tell that something crazy is about to hit the screen.
Yeah.
But it's this calm before the storm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like you saw in the last model too, where he's just looking at the sketch. He's just rotating it around and he's like, huh. At least that's what I imagine he's thinking in his head. Huh, what am I going to do now? And then all of a sudden it's just there in front of you.
And I suspect we're going to see a lot of that in this model. I suspect we're going to see a lot of them, like you said, scheming, planning, trying to come up with the best way to construct this thing. And I think that's okay. Like some models, some challenges are going to take a little bit longer. And I knew going into this tournament today that this was going to be one that would maybe take a little bit longer. But it's oftentimes those ones that take a little longer where the audience learns the most, where we learn the most.
Yeah.
And so I'm all about it. I love this stuff.
Yeah. It's also cool how like they're almost working on the same bit.
Yeah.
But not quite.
Yeah, it's almost a reverse order, right? Matab decided to create that angled plate first and anchor off of that. And Dom decided to create that lower revolve shape first and kind of anchor off of that. And so I think that, like I said, I think that the most important thing is just kind of having a plan. I don't think it necessarily needs to be one or the other.
Yeah.
Interesting here. I'm very interested to see what Matab's up to. Like you said, he kind of paused for a minute there and went through, rotated the view and schemed a little bit. And now you see he's got a bunch of planes, excuse me.
Yeah.
He's got a bunch of planes, and I'm wondering how he's planning to use those planes.
What a nightmarish looking part.
Oh, dude. This one is nasty. Of all the models in the challenges in the library today, this one is definitely what I would consider the most nasty, because there's just certain features in this thing that there's not like a cool just do it with extrude but offset the starting plane.
No,
like
there's
there's
a grind
certain features
part.
you just have to grind through. Yeah. And that's where the money is made. So it's good that these guys are getting a chance to practice those skills.
Yeah.
So let's see. So Matab making an ellipse at the top, making it 15, making an ellipse at the bottom, making it 15. Very interesting here. It looks like he's kind of taken a strategy where he's embedded those a little bit. Now he's going to try to select. Okay, so here he's using a tool called Selection Manager, which is a tool you can use when you've got multiple contours in the same sketch. And he's not seeing a preview of that loft. Interesting.
No.
Okay, so he's going to look like he almost abandoned the guide curves there. Risky strategy, huh?
Yeah. Freehanding it.
Yeah.
It looks like, speaking of exploits.
Look at Dom.
Yeah.
He said, I'm just going to put these holes wherever I want. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't need to worry about centering them. Let's see what he ends up doing.
Yeah.
All right, so we got this counter bore here to mount this thing to the underside of the vessel. And Matab looks like he may be coming down the home stretch here. We're going to have to keep an eye on the chat.
Yeah.
But I think we may be seeing an answer coming in here. We're going to watch the chat. Matab comes in with an answer, 4083 grams. That is not correct.
Oh.
That is not correct. So not correct within the specified tolerance, which the specified tolerance is plus or minus 5 grams. So fairly generous tolerance on this thing. But, of course, when we are working with blending, transitioning geometry, it can be a little bit nasty the way that it solves. But, again, just to repeat, Matab coming with the answer, 4083 grams. Not correct. And look at Matab zooming in there and potentially seeing the issue, but also potentially opening the door for Dom, who's about to get that transition in place. Wow, guys, this is going to be getting close here. And so Matab now panicking a little bit, trying to figure out what you got to do to close off that gap. I was hoping we would see a little delete face action there, but I don't think we're going to see it.
I didn't even notice that on Matab's.
I did not notice it either.
Such a hidden detail.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he noticed it. That's like he probably knows where to look, but it's such a odd spot for that to be.
Look at this. He's trying to rip a replace face in there. That's a surfacing command. He's
Advanced
trying to figure
methodology.
out. Yeah, this is where, again, guys, this is where the practice can really pay off. And we're watching the chat. And Dom comes in with an answer, 4306, and that is not correct. So both of our runners have answered incorrect one time. They both have one more chance to answer. You can always answer incorrect one time, and you can continue trying to solve. But Dom coming in with his answer, 4306, and that is not correct. And Matab coming in with his second answer, 4094, and that is not correct with intolerance. 4094, that is not correct with intolerance. And so we bring up the Clock of Doom. And so the Clock of Doom is a special thing that we do here in the Too Tall Toby tournaments. And what the Clock of Doom represents is a 5-minute countdown for our remaining competitor. You have to earn these points to advance in this tournament.
Yeah.
So we are in the highest stakes situation we could be in. If Dom can get this answer, he's going to give himself a point. If not, we are going to move on to another match between these two wizards. But Dom has a chance now. He's got 4 minutes and 35 seconds to come up with the correct answer. Matab has answered twice and has been incorrect. Dom has answered once and has been incorrect. And visually, I think we can probably see some issues with Dom's model, but that's okay.
That's got to be the first time in a long time that I have seen Matab do a double incorrect.
Yeah.
I cannot remember the last time that happened.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very, very interesting. And Dom confirming no issues here. He's not only listening to the stream and modeling, he's also taking time to type into the chat and interact with us. Bold strategy.
Yeah.
Bold
Very,
strategy.
very backrooms-esque part here with the no clipping of the loft.
Well, and of course, Backrooms is in theaters now, so.
Not sponsored.
Yeah, not sponsored yet.
Serial Sal up there saying, looks perfect, Dom, send it.
Exactly, let's go. So Dom looking through the drawing, trying to figure out what maybe needs to be adjusted to get this thing correct. And we see Matab also looking through his work here, kind of double checking his work as well, and trying to see if he can't figure out what went wrong and why he went out of spec on this thing.
Yeah.
And both of our runners, very skilled, very capable, and both of our runners giving this thing a try, trying to figure out what is wrong. Simon in the chat says, Dom must be so chill.
Yeah. I'm sure that it'll be explained afterwards, but I honestly have no idea where Matab is. What happened?
Yeah.
Like it looks good to me, but
Yeah.
clearly it's not.
I mean, this is, like I said, this is definitely one of the more nasty parts. Yeah, Serial Sal in the chat says this part is brutal. Yeah, this is a tough one, man. This is very tough. We got 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and then we may find out. We may find out what's going on with this thing. But look at Dom bringing this thing back to life, getting this thing designed the way that he needs it, moving these points, and still refusing. All it would take would be for a little flick of the wrist to align that to the center of that arc. But he says, no, I refuse. I'm going to do this my own way. 2 minutes and 8 seconds left for Dom to do any final checking. He's only got one more pull at this thing, one more chance.
Oh, here it is.
And we're watching the chat, and it may come in now. And Dom comes in with his second answer, 4270 grams. And that is not correct.
Oh my gosh.
And so this match is a push, and this gives the audience a chance, the chat pros a chance to answer. If you want to type in your answer in the chat, if you solved this along with our wizards, and you want to type in your answer in the chat, we will take all answers now. There's no prize for the chat for answering, but you are absolutely allowed to answer. Hassan coming in with his answer, 4209. That is not correct. Not correct.
No.
Anybody else that wants to can answer in the chat right now, but that is not correct. And has there ever been a scenario where both competitors were unable to solve a CAD model? Yeah, that's happened.
This happened there was that one time with the Clock of Doom.
Happened
where,
like 20 seconds ago.
Yeah, no, I mean, like before this too, there was
not able to solve at all.
Yeah, wasn't there the one with Clock of Doom where like he was trying to push it down to the last second?
Yeah.
And then the YouTube like lagged, and then because of that,
Knocked him out.
Yeah.
Serial Sal 4206, not correct. Matab 4090, not correct. Just barely out of spec there, Matab. The correct answer, I'm gonna let the chat go here if anybody else has an answer. The correct answer here is 4102 grams. 4102 grams is the correct answer for this one. The turbojet. 4102 grams. Congratulations to both of our runners on that one. Unfortunately, neither of our runners got the point.
Yeah.
But it happens sometimes. And GG to everyone. B Perry 4092 as well.
GG.
We're seeing a lot of 4092s, huh?
Yeah.
I almost feel like I'm just gonna double check again.
Yeah.
Make sure that I didn't like make a typo myself. It's certainly possible, as you know, I did kind of like last second come back into this thing and re-push it out. So let me just confirm. We may end up having to retroactively award a point here. Let's see here. Nope, 4102 is correct. 4102 is correct.
What was the tier of this model again?
Here. We call this one a tier 5. Yep. So 4102 is correct there, guys. And congratulations to both of our runners for giving that thing a try. But unfortunately, neither of our runners got it.
Yeah.
And that's okay. That just means we get to see more matches.
It's good for us.
Yeah, listen, I'll watch matches between Dom and Matab all day long.
Yeah.
This is a very trippy part, he says. Yep. Serial Sal says, shenanigans. I was just out of tolerance. So close, Dom.
Yeah.
You're so close. Only 200 grams out of tolerance. So close. It should be plus or minus 100, yeah. Gray says 100, yeah. That thingy it can blue stuff up, yeah. All right, GG both. Clock of Doom is always great. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All right, guys. Well, listen, we're going to head back to the Wheel of Fate here. Again, thanks to Hytel, our title sponsor for this tournament. Would not have this tournament without them, and would not have cadpractice.com without them either. So check them out, hytel.io. Anytime you need to take your ideas and turn them into a real-life web app or mobile app or live app.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go, guys. We're going to spin this wheel in 3, 2, 1, go! Man, that thing was nasty.
Yeah. I think one of the also 13, by the way.
Okay, 13. Yep, got it.
Once again, my curse of anti-clairvoyance.
Yeah.
Wasn't the last time that I guessed it correctly? It was like when there was 2 models left,
yeah,
or 1 model left.
Keep rolling on. Keep rolling on.
Yeah.
Well, listen, guys, we're going to go to drawing number 24 now, and we're going to see, and this is kind of the theme of the day, we're going to be going on now to a different set of skills. We are always kind of challenging these runners on a variety of skills. We don't want to do all sheet metal. We don't want to do all sweeps and lofts and things like that. We want to prove to them and prove to the audience that, you really have what it takes to move on to the finals. So we've got a really cool model here for you guys using a different set of skills. Connor, any final thoughts here for these guys before we move on to this next challenge?
Yeah, I mean, I was just saying good luck. I was going to make a comment on how one of the crueler parts of having such a long model that you have to do is that if you're not under pressure, it's already complicated and annoying to do.
Yeah.
But to be under pressure and to have the adrenaline running for, 10, 15 minutes straight?
Yeah.
That must be nerve-wracking.
It's rough, man.
Yeah.
I remember Gray in one of the previous tournaments, he shared with us, he's got like a heart monitor, and he shared his heart rate and showed even though he's been in several tournaments, his heart rate still goes way up when he's competing.
Yeah.
So... all right, guys. Well, listen, here we go. That was the Clock of Gloom.
Yes.
Yeah, indeed. All right, guys. Well, here we go. Our third battle. 1 point so far for Matab, 0 points for Dom. If Matab wins this one, he moves on to the finals. This next CAD vs. CAD featuring Dom from the United States running SolidWorks, our number 4 seed, going up against Matab, our number 1 seed from Bangladesh. This CAD vs. CAD battle begins in 3, 2, 1. Go! What is the mass of this multi-body part or assembly in XXX.X pounds? Tolerance is plus or minus 0.2 pounds. Now, guys, take a look at the drawing. Notice that we've got these metal brackets. Okay, there's 24 of those metal brackets. They're on each side of the step. They're both coplanar to the front of the step. You got to hold those steps in place with something. Notice the dimensions for the steps are shown in red. Okay, both of our runners have grabbed a screen capture. Both of our runners are trying to model these steps. Who's going to take the stairway to the finals?
Yes.
That's the question. Wow, so both of our runners starting almost exactly the same way, drawing in that, I believe that's called a stringer, in carpentry, drawing in that stringer, getting the relationships on it, getting the dimensions on it. And that stringer is going to define the height of these steps. Now, you'll notice that the steps that are going up there are all the same, except for the top one. The top step has been cut short to match the vertical line of the stringer. So it's that is actually an anti-Ivan exploit, right? Because I didn't want them to just make the steps and pattern, a bunch of steps. They have to actually draw it in place and draw it going up the stairwell there. And there's also another thing that's a little bit tricky about designing steps like this, and that is that sometimes you'll have the angle of the stringer, and then you'll have the height from one step to the next.
Yeah.
And so if you know the vertical height from the top of one step to the top of the next step, well, guess what? That's not exactly the easiest thing to include in SolidWorks when you're trying to make multiples of these. And so we're going to see how these guys end up doing that. So this is going to be really interesting. The way that they've both created that first feature. I didn't get a chance to see what Matab did, if they both did the same thing, if they did a cut extrude or how they did the second part of that first feature. It looks like Matab is looking at this thing from the front view, kind of scheming, planning. We got Dom on the left here, looking at this thing from the front view, getting that first step in place.
Yeah.
Ooh, he's going to use a sketch pattern, boys, going up against Matab. Are you kidding me?
This is just like a blatant mockery of
Yeah.
his comment.
Yes. Wow.
We need Dr. Cat tutorials in here. He is so fun. He put 23 in while we were doing the 3-2-1. That looks easy enough comment.
Maybe he's not live. Maybe he needs to hit the live button or something. Oh, look
or
at Dom.
maybe he's from the future.
Look at how Dom was able to get that
oh wow,
address that spacing challenge. Wow. You build these stairs, Toby? Yep, that's correct. I did build these. Well, I mean, sort of. Maybe.
You modeled them.
I modeled them, yes. Yeah. I definitely modeled them. Wow, this is really, really interesting. This is a very different approach. And look at Matab. Against all of his instincts, he's getting in there and using a sketch pattern.
He's also doing a sketch pattern.
Oh my
wow.
goodness, this was not what I was expecting at all.
I'm really glad I came to commentate on this.
Wow.
Yeah. We saw a clock of gloom.
Oh,
as then we also got the Matab using sketch patterns.
Wow.
We have the oddity of the jet turbine.
Yeah, the turbojet.
Yeah, this is
I can't
is
wait
awesome.
to see another turbojet in this thing. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah. Wow.
So look at Dom. Nice, fully defined sketch there. Looks like maybe left an opening there. He's Dom on the left, zooming in, realizing there's an opening there, and doing his best to figure out what he's got to do to fix that up. And that was what you have to do. He did it.
No, that seemed like it was going to be a lot more complicated.
Yep. And we see Matab saying, you know what? I'm not doing a sketch pattern. He said, I'm not doing that anymore. Yeah. I'm done with that. I'm done with that nonsense. Okay, and Matab getting in here, drawing in a line from point to point, and let's see what he does here. I want to really watch Matab closely here because this is going to be interesting how he ends up. I want to see if he copy and pasted that dimension. Interesting. Rockcrawler, $5 super chat. Matab using sketch patterns. That's worth it. That was worth it just to see that. Worth it to tune in today just to see that.
Yeah.
All right. So both these guys are getting in here. Both these guys are trying to figure out what's going on with this bracket. Got to make sure you look at all the views.
This got to be such a flex as a host for like a CAD modeling tournament. Like, I know he's done other tournaments as well, but to make Matab use a sketch pattern.
Yeah. And look at Dom trying to just be scrappy here, and maybe I guess he's trying to use an Ivan exploit here for the brackets. He's not gonna model them up. This is one of these parts where, I get it. I get that people like using the Ivan exploit, but I just feel like with this one, there's best practices will often lead actually to the fastest result as well. So this is going to be interesting.
Shortcuts lead to long journeys.
Dr. CAD Tutorial saying, the use of sketch is the only efficient way in doing this. I'm not surprised. And look at Matab. Okay, and see Matab on the right there. I don't want to say it out loud, but I think that you'll see that what Matab has done on the right here is an example of where I think kind of best practices really is the best practice for this model. Because I just think it's so much easier. Yeah. So okay, well, let's see if I'm right. So we got Dom coming into the chat with an answer. 268 pounds, and that is not correct. 268.039, that is not correct. So the tolerance on this is plus or minus 0.2 pounds. Dom coming into the chat with an answer, 268.039 pounds, and that is not correct. That is not correct. So Dom trying to look at his model, trying to figure out what he might need to do to address this, to revise this, to figure out what exactly is going on, what needs to be changed. And meanwhile, we've got Matab over on the right side of the screen, getting in here and trying to solve this thing. Guys, this is a chance to go to the finals, and so both of our runners are doing their best to figure out what it's going to take to get there and to come up with the correct mass. And it looks like we're going to see maybe a second answer coming in here. We're watching the chat. And let's see what happens in the chat here. Watching the chat, watching that. And Dom comes in with his second answer, 266.018, and that is not correct.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, so for 2 matches in a row, we go to the Clock of Doom.
Yes.
Now, the Clock of Doom is just slightly different this time because this time Matab has not yet answered. So Matab actually has two pulls at this thing, 2 chances to potentially get it wrong. But the Clock of Doom is up, and all eyes are on Matab now. And Matab looks like he's going through this thing. He's trying to model this thing up. And Dom looks like he may be trying to start over. He's doing a full restart, and he's going to see if he can't come up with the answer. So we're watching the chat. And Matab comes in with an answer, 385 pounds, and that is not correct. 385.36 pounds, and that is not correct. So Matab needs to look through his model, needs to try to figure out if there's any dimensions that are wrong, or if anything is off there in Matab's model. Remember, in the chat, let's not help them in the chat. Let's let them figure it out. Matab has used one answer, so if Matab uses his second answer, well, then we're gonna have to go to another match between these guys. These models are too complicated for these guys. So it's a matter of re-examining what's going on with the models. And the Vicky Chong in the chat saying, wow, very different answers.
Yeah.
That is true. And wow, both of our runners.
Cooking straight poison last night, making these models.
Yeah. We went for it. We
Yeah.
went for it this episode, guys.
These are evil.
We wanted you guys to be good. Let us know in the chat if you got it in the chat. Type in the chat, I got it. Don't type the answer.
Yeah.
You can type in the chat. You can say, I got it. Let us know. But Matab now looking through his models, and looks like he's up in the bodies section in SolidWorks, and it looks like he's trying to figure out what's going on with the material, making sure that he's got his materials correct.
Yeah. Just straight evil.
Very interesting. Just a point of note here. I noticed that Matab was looking at the material, and he sees red oak there. We do use red oak and American cherry, and they have the same density. This is kind of like a legacy Too Tall Toby thing, but using red oak is fine in place of American cherry. They have the same density, 570 kilograms per cubic meter. So when I notice Matab, if you're in the audience and you notice that, that is not a problem. He's got red oak. The drawing is calling out American cherry. It's the same thing as far as density goes in our library. So he's looking through, and he's trying to figure out what could it be that he is doing wrong here, and we're gonna keep watching.
I like how normally on the feature tree, there's like maybe 10 parts on it, and for this model we have at least 20.
Yeah, it's crazy. Man, this is such a tight match here between these guys. I can't wait to see what happens here. So we got 2 minutes left for Matab to figure this out. Man, this is going to be close. So Matab going in, examining that metal bracket, it looks like. Of course, if you're going to build steps, you got to have a metal bracket to hold those steps up.
Yeah.
Of course, you can see Matab's got that bracket on both sides, so What could be going on with this thing? What a mystery.
Yeah.
Dr. CAD Tutorials thinks he sees the problem.
Yeah.
Dom is going to try to remodel it within the 5-minute clock of doom.
Yeah.
Full restart. We've seen the full restart before.
1 minute, 20 seconds left. So
yes.
Time is ticking.
Yeah. Matab checking that short step at the top. We mentioned this at the beginning of the challenge, making sure that that short step is cut correctly. And meanwhile, Dom on the left, like we observed in the chat, looks like he's trying to do the whole thing here in that 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So 43 seconds here.
I don't even know what to comment on.
I know, we're just watching this thing
watching
wind
it.
down. Yeah. I didn't get it. I saw Dom flashed the mask there, but I didn't get to see what it was. So we're just going to watch and see what happens here. And Matab checking. And guys, we got 10 seconds left on the clock of doom.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's going to be it, guys. If you are in the chat, you are welcome to type in your answer. I see Matab showing the mass, but still much too heavy. And guys, if you want to type in the chat what you think it is, what the correct answer is, and then we'll share with Matab what we think the issue is. I think Connor and I noticed it at almost the same time during that live stream. I think Matab, when you did your linear pattern of the step, you linear patterned both steps. So you've got like double bodies that are on top of one another, and that's why you've got so many bodies up there in the tree. So I think that's what the issue is. I think if you clean up that pattern, so the pattern is maybe only using one of the steps, and maybe do a like skip instances and just skip the first one, that I think you're gonna find they're gonna come up with the correct mass. And we're watching in the chat, and it looks like in the chat Hassan comes in with the answer 263.8. That's very close. It's very close. He's the closest one that we've seen so far. The correct answer, guys, is 264.7 pounds. Hassan comes into the chat there. His second go there in the chat. Hassan is a free CAD wizard extraordinaire, and that is correct. Dr. CAD Tutorial saw it as well. Yeah, too many bodies there in the yeah, exactly. You could try to do a combine and bring them down and bring them together, but too many bodies there. All right, guys. Well, that was another fun one. Man, I feel like we all win because we all get to see more battles between these guys. I feel like we could just do an exhibition and have these guys battle all day. Hopefully we don't run out of models, right? Yeah, because we still do have Ricardo.
We still have Ricardo Gray in the second half of the show. Guys, don't use all the models. We got Ricardo Gray coming up still. Well, this is awesome, guys. We want to see 13. Yeah, exactly. We got to see 13. And the only way we're going to do that is if these guys keep battling.
I suspect that we are going to be seeing 13.
Yeah, exactly. All right, guys. Well, listen, that was a rough one. Shake it off. Dom, you're our manufacturing guy. I thought you were going to have that for sure.
Yeah.
I'll bet if Dom would have just done it straight instead of trying to do those brackets, he would have had it. But the trick to that one was that we did model it up like a real world part. We had the gap there for the brackets. We had the brackets in there holding up the steps. I didn't build these steps, Ricardo, but I do have a flight of stairs in my house that is very similar geometry that I was inspired by. So very, very nice. Victor K in the chat says, rigged. Both guys agreed beforehand to answer wrong. They just want to run this thing all the way. All right, guys, listen, we're going to shuffle here. We got some people think it's going to be, or Jern thinks it's going to be 23. Guntus thinks it's going to be 21. Let's give this thing a shuffle here. Shuffle, and spin.
13.
Here we go. Connor thinks it's going to be number 13. Let's see. And once again, Connor proving his clairvoyance. Okay. Well done. Well done, Connor. All right, so we're going to remove that one from the wheel. We're going to hide the wheel, and we're going to get this thing ready for the next match. Connor, any advice for our runners as we're getting this thing ready?
Guys, lock in.
Lock in, guys.
Doing?
Answer right. This is your chance.
Nah, I'm just kidding. I mean, yeah, you should lock in, but It's fun watching it still.
This has been really fun, yeah. And
the bodies part, the too many bodies. I remember saying that, and then I looked over at you, and I'm like, wait a second, because I was just commenting on like I thought it was humorous how many there were.
Yeah.
It's like, wait a second, there actually are too many here.
yeah. When Connor said that, you guys might have noticed me. Like I kind of leaned over and I hit him on the leg, and I was like, knock it off.
Yeah.
Like too many. Yeah, there was way too many bodies in that tree from Matab.
Yeah.
And that was the reason why I think his linear pattern got double, tripled up there. So, all right, guys, here we go. The advice from Dr. CAD Tutorials is activate your shenanigan. Sharingan.
Sharingan. It's a Naruto reference.
Oh. All right.
It's like a perfect eyeball.
Oh, I should have let you read that one.
Nah.
Guys, once again, we have a different set of skills that we're going to be challenging you on. So every one of these models, we're challenging you with some different sets of skills. So let's see if this one hits.
Yeah. Models of doom and despair over here. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. This is it, man. We are giving we don't get to see these guys battle and share their screens often enough. So this is pretty cool, and I think we're gonna learn a lot from this one too. So here we go. This next CAD vs. CAD battle featuring Dom from the United States, our number 4 seed, running SolidWorks, going up against Matab, a 2-time tournament winner, our number 1 seed, running SolidWorks from Bangladesh. This CAD vs. CAD battle begins in 3, 2, 1. Go! What is the mass of this part in XX.XX pounds? We got a plastic part here with some draft. It's called the drafted spoke tray. Both of our runners are grabbing a screen capture. Both of our runners are jumping into their SolidWorks. Let's see how they approach this thing. You got to start with a game plan, Connor. That's what it's all about. Get your game plan down and then get this thing going. Matab on the right opting to extrude a circle. Dom on the left opting to get in here and sketch the geometry kind of the way it's shown in the section view. And I assume he's going to use what we call a revolve. Yeah. So revolve versus extrude. Matab drawing first blood, extruding with draft. Getting in there and interestingly creating what looks like a cut with draft. Wow. Really, really interesting. Using offset from surface and realizing that maybe he doesn't have the right dimension to create that feature. Let's see what he ends up doing. I wonder if he's going to switch to doing a sketch pattern. Wow. We'll see. I want to see Matab do another sketch pattern. Yeah. That was worth the price of admission right there. You guys like seeing Matab doing a sketch pattern? Hit the like button on this video. And here we go. Matab doing his second feature there, a cut revolve. First feature, boss extrude. Second feature, cut revolve. We see Dom on the left taking a little bit more time to get the sketch in place, but he's going to have basically, 3 or 4 features all combined together in one. So it's really anybody's game right now. Yeah. Ricardo Jean says this will be a fast one. We'll see. These models, the theme of these models here, Ricardo Jean, is that they have multiple phases. Yeah. And I think that getting the initial geometry is going to be pretty quick, but I think we're going to see a bit of a stumbling point here a little bit deeper into this model. That's what I like to see. Yeah. The theme of these models is agony, evil, and cruelty. Well, we're not trying to be cruel. We're just trying to give these guys some variety. Give the audience some variety and, show off all the skills they've been practicing. A lot of these guys have done every single model in the tootalltoby library, and you really do need to learn a lot of different skills to complete those models. So here we see Dom. Look at Dom getting in there, creating that revolve. Very nice. Creating that revolve shape, getting basically, like I said, look at how he's now basically completely caught up to Matab. Yeah. Just by doing that one single feature and opting to do it as a revolve instead of a series of extrudes. So, that's cool. Yeah, really cool. But he can't stop himself from drawing horizontal lines. Is he like holding shift or something? Nah. It came in horizontal, and now SolidWorks is doing what SolidWorks does. Which is what, not work? If there's a line that's already horizontal and you add a dimension, it just forces them to be parallel. Yeah. So, okay, and we see Matab here. He's got his geometry in place here for that feature. Now, let's see how he ends up actually constructing this feature. This is going to be where things get kind of interesting here. They work on the same line? Yeah, they sure are. Huh. Who would have thought this 15-degree line would have caused so much heartache for our runners? Okay. Odd commentary. Matab's got rib there he's got rib built right into his S key menu, so he jumped right into a rib command there. Now, what's he going to end up doing with this rib? Let's see. We're watching. We're watching.
No.
And looks like he is circular patterning that thing. I was hoping we get to see a sketch pattern. That would have been sweet. And meanwhile, we see Dom on the left creating some geometry for his shape that he's creating here. Okay, Matab getting in there, adding that fillet up at the top of the model. Forja says, first time live. Great to see content. I expect to learn from level 0 on this one to this one. Nice. Yep. These are good models to build up to. You can definitely start at level 1 on the website and work your way up.
Yeah.
And we see Matab here getting in and creating this this hex shape on the bottom of the part. Okay, and giving this thing a spin. We're gonna see if he's satisfied, if he's happy with it. We always end up seeing him bring up the mass when he's satisfied with it. Looks like he's given this thing a second look here.
Yeah. I was gonna say, after the Clock of Doom shows up enough times, you see the speed modelers really start double checking.
Get a little gun shy, yeah. You try to make sure you're getting everything right.
Yeah, reasonably so. But normally you see these two, they're just blitz through these models, and now I see, like, it's weird seeing Matab with maybe a sense of restraint when it comes to putting the mass in.
Well said. Yes.
Yeah. Normally, normally he just is like, the second he thinks he has it, boom, in the chat.
Well, I think this is where, at the beginning, there's a little foreshadowing, but at the beginning of this match, I mentioned that we may end up seeing a bit of a stumbling point. And if you look at the 2D drawing, if you go back in the video, or if you have a screen capture and you look at it, you can see Serial Sal is recognizing as well. In the 2D drawing, there's some interesting there's an interesting definition with regards to how that rib is constructed. And I think that both of our runners have seen it. Like you mentioned, Connor, I think they're a little bit gun shy about firing in their first answer now without checking and double checking. And so now both of our runners are examining that geometry and trying to determine, like, well, how the heck am I supposed to actually do this? So there's a very specific note on the drawing, or a series of notes on the drawing that define what the geometry is supposed to look like. And of course, it does conform to some best practices in the world of manufacturing. You have to create things in a certain way in manufacturing, and sometimes you'll get a note from the mold maker, and the note will say something like, I need this dimension to be X at this location, and that's what you need to conform to. And so we're seeing now both Matab and Dom kind of getting to that stumbling point, and Matab looking like he is now moving. You can tell, like, when he's moving at slow speed versus moving at fast speed. Yeah. I think he kind of feels like he's more in the right spot. So Matab coming with his answer, and his answer is 14.01 or 14.02 pounds, and that is not correct.
Oh. That is
not correct. So Matab is going to now need to double check his dimensions, double check his geometry, and he's going to have to try to figure out what exactly is happening with this geometry, and what maybe was defined incorrectly, and what needs to be done to get this thing into its correct state. He's looking at the drawing, he's looking at all the dimensions from the drawing, and he's trying to figure out what maybe needs to be fixed. And he may be opening the door here for Dom in doing so. It looks like Dom maybe had a slight misstep as well with his original sketch, creating that as a circle. But I think he's just going to blast through that with a hex and see if that'll get the job done. So very interesting here from both of our runners. Two experienced runners coming in and providing some really cool 3D CAD for all of us. Dom coming with an answer, 16.076 or 16.08 pounds. That is not correct. That is not correct. So both of our runners have now answered incorrect one time. Both of our runners now need to examine the dimensions from their sketches, the dimensions of their features, the notes on the drawings. And this is where we are starting to really see some deviation here. Yeah. And we may be going on to a fifth match. I don't know.
Maybe.
We're just gonna run the entire wheel here with these two runners.
We have to, like, postpone the.
We could probably come up with an answer, with a solution.
Okay.
We'll see what happens.
Oh.
Let's not count our chickens before they hatch.
Yeah.
Both of our runners now have a chance to go through the model. Both of our runners have a chance to look feature by feature and really try to understand what is going on with the dimensions on the drawing, the dimensions on their you know, their geometry. It's like Matab is making a change here.
No. Oh, it looks like we're getting a mass from Matab.
We're watching the chat. We're watching the chat. Connor. Matab comes in with his answer, 13.35 pounds. And that is correct. And congratulations. What a battle. What a grudge match between these two superstar wizards. Wow, what a series of battles. We thought we were going to go to 5. We went to 4, and it was Matab who ended up taking it down.
Very nice.
Congratulations to Matab. Wow, wow, wow. That was awesome. Absolutely epic to watch. And holy smokes, guys. The correct answer is 13.35 pounds. That is correct. And what a battle there from our runners. That was so fun to watch. Thank you guys so much for participating in this tournament. And GG to the winner, Matab. Put a GG in the chat, guys, for the winner, Matab. And really, let's give a GG to both of our runners. They really both put in a lot of effort getting through those matches. And it was not easy. So, wow. Really, really cool to watch.
Yeah.
And congratulations, guys. And don't forget, if you're enjoying this, we're only halfway through.
Yeah.
So if you're enjoying this, be sure to hit the like button. Be sure to share and reshare. Let's see how many people we got watching now, Connor. We got 105 watching.
Nice.
Let's go. Let's make sure we all hit the like button. Take a moment to hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the live button as well to make sure that you are watching live. We got 60 people clicking the like button. Thank you all so much. Thank you all so much to the amazing chat. And guys, GG to Dom, GG to Matab.
GG.
And don't forget, if you guys are out there and you're watching, one of the places that you can go to get practice to get as good as these wizards is you can go to tootalltoby.com. We have what's called the Practice Models Library. And from the Practice Models Library, what you're able to do is you're able to go through and do challenges like the ones that we're seeing here. You can do scroll through the library. You can sort the library by difficulty, so you can start at level 0. There's tutorials in there from the community. There's a leaderboard in there from the community, and we've actually got over 350 challenges now, going from 2D to 3D. And it's really cool because not only can you do the challenge yourself, but then you can jump into our Discord and talk to the other users and see how they did it. You can join us on Model Monday Live as well. You can get started for free, and then if you like this style of learning, you can sign up for our paid option and unlock the entire library. We're going to show you a drawing, and then you're going to battle against the clock and try to beat the average time to solve these challenges. And you can filter by difficulty, and you can filter by model type. Maybe you're just trying to learn CAD for 3D printing. Do it. And then if you do get stuck, you just scroll down. You know, this is the page here where the challenge is. But if you get stuck, you can just scroll down, and then you can look at the community tutorials for that challenge. So check it out. Some of our speed runners here that we're seeing today. Gray is one of our speed runners we're going to see in the second half of the show. He's a regular on the speed modeling leaderboard. He records himself modeling these things and then uploads the videos, so you can watch his fastest time over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Uncle Facepound in the chat says, gotta go. Have a great weekend. See you, my friend. Good luck. Have a great weekend.
Good luck.
We'll let you know in the recording what happens. And guys, we have been doing a contest on Model Monday Live, on the Practice Models website. For anybody who's a premium user, you can enter this contest. You can win a prize. And the prize today is actually from our friends over at 3D Connection. So the prize from 3D Connection here is it's a CAD Mouse Pro wireless, So huge shout out to our friends at 3D Connection, and we are going to draw that winner right now.
Nice.
So good luck to everybody. Here you can see what the wheel looks like. I'm going to give the wheel a little shuffle here, and we're going to let this thing spin just a little bit. But basically what happens is if you go to tootalltoby.com and you complete the designated challenge, which Vicky can let us know in the chat what the next challenge is. I think it's challenge number 8. The winner, the person who finishes that, will get their name entered onto this wheel, and then we're going to spin this wheel during the tournament, and we're going to give out a prize. We're going to give out a real special prize next week as well, but for this week, the prize is from our friends over at 3D Connection. Thank you to 3D Connection, and it is a CAD Mouse Pro wireless.
Nice.
So let's give this thing a shuffle, and let's see who the winner is of this prize. If you finished the designated challenge last week, then your name is on the wheel, and here we go. Give this thing a spin. And looks like it's going to be D. Trivira.
Very nice.
Trivira.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. If you're in the chat, let us know. Congratulations. If you're in the chat, let us know. And and congratulations on winning a CAD Mouse Pro Wireless. If you're not in the chat, don't worry about it. We will reach out to you and we will let you know. But congratulations to D. Trevira. And if you want to get entered into this drawing for next week, visit us at tootalltoby.com, sign up for Practice Models Premium, and complete the designated challenge, which I believe it's challenge number 26-06-08. And then if you complete that challenge, then you will be entered into the wheel for next week.
Yeah.
So awesome. Congratulations, guys. And thanks, of course, to all of our sponsors. We see we've got a new member in the chat, Dragana3159. Says, genuinely just trying to learn CAD and came across this challenge. Just wanted to say that I'm loving it. Thank you, my friend.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you for being here, and welcome, welcome, welcome. So, guys, in the first half of the show, we saw some epic matches, and these epic matches would not be possible without our amazing sponsors. I'm just going to run through them again real quick here, and I just want you to remember, down below in the description, you can click on the links and maybe even click on some coupons to save some money. Our friends at Hightail.io are the title sponsor for this tournament, and what they do is they help people bring ideas to launch. They combine AI capabilities with human expertise to design, build, and launch your software faster. So whether you've got a local application or a web application or a mobile application, reach out to the team at Hightail.io. They can help you turn it into a reality. Of course, our prize sponsor, 3D Connection, they make peripherals that help CAD users work faster without the strain. Keep your hands comfortable. Avoid those repetitive motion injuries.
Yeah.
Work with the team at 3D Connection, 3dconnection.com. And of course, Xometry provides manufacturing on demand. If you ever have a 3D model and you want to get it turned into a piece of steel or a piece of aluminum, or get it CNC'd, or you want to get some sheet metal or 3D printed parts or injection molded parts, you can work with the team at Xometry to make that a reality. They provide manufacturing on demand. Visit them at xometry.com. Right on the homepage, you can upload your model and find out what it would cost to get it manufactured a variety of different ways. And use coupon code TOBYSUMMER20SUMMER to save some money on that first order. And our friends over at SolidBox, mysolidbox.com, professional CAD workstations for professional CAD users. If you've ever suffered or been struggling with a computer that's got instability issues or that's really slow, well, you can visit the guys over at mysolidbox.com and they can take care of you. So visit our sponsors. We really appreciate them. We would not have this tournament without those amazing sponsors. Links down below in the description. And Connor, man, that was a marathon between Dom and Matab.
Yeah.
And now we are ready to see the second act. Ricardo, our 3-time tournament winner, going up against Gray. Gray is a regular on Model Monday Live. He regularly wins points on Model Monday Live. So I know this is going to be an awesome, awesome set of battles. And I'm so excited to see how this all goes down.
Yeah.
So let's get into it here with a quick practice battle. We're just going to get this ready here. Do you have any final thoughts here before we get into this practice battle?
Not really. I mean, that was a crazy first half of the stream.
Yeah, that was a bit of a marathon, and that does happen from time to time. And you know, I kind of knew going into this that we were going to have some intense models, and you know, we still got some more to come that are going to be pretty intense. So very excited to see how these guys handle it. Let's get into it here with our first practice battle between Ricardo and Gray. Here we go. This practice battle begins in 3, 2, 1, go. This is just a tech check. No points are going to be awarded. But this would be a good one for those of you who are just getting started in 3D CAD. This is a great one for you to practice to. Dr. CAD Tutorial said, great match, Toby. Wonderful commentary, Connor.
Thank you.
Done. Thank you, Doctor. Okay, yep, I got you covered.
Thank you.
Connor's going to step out real quick for a bio break. And both of our runners are modeling this thing up. And we've got Ricardo, 3-time tournament champion on the left, modeling this thing up, entering his answer in the chat. We've got Gray, Model Monday Live extraordinaire, just a bruiser on Model Monday Live, absolutely dominates. Ricardo says, may the force be with you. Good luck, Gray. And guys, these screens look great. Thank you guys so much for sharing your screens. Thank you for being a part of this. Thank you to the runners. We would not have this awesome tournament without the runners. Thank you to the chat as well, guys. I'm going to put a 1 in the chat for the chat. That's a 1 in the chat for all of you. We would not have this amazing setup without all of you in the chat. So the correct answer is 1.2. Congratulations, you guys got it correct. Well done, well done. And while we're waiting for Connor to get back, I just wanted to bring up the Wheel of Fate and get this thing spinning so that we can figure out what is in store for these runners. Not nearly as many as we had before, but we still got 3 really good challenges for these guys. So I'm going to give this thing a shuffle. You guys can let me know in the chat what you think it's going to be. I'm going to take a quick sip of my... Oh, no, my coffee's empty. Going to take a quick sip of my water. FPV Kev thinks it's going to be 13. I should spin it while Connor's not here and then see if it does come up with 13. He probably would love me if I did that. Botam says 13 going to be last. I'm calling it. 13 is going to be the last one that shows up. Everybody wants it to be 13. Everybody thinks it's going to be 13 here. We'll see. We'll see what it is here in just a moment. Here we go. I'm going to give it a spin. If it comes up as 13 and Connor's not here, then I'm sorry, Connor. Here we go. Give this thing a rip. Maybe that's the trick. Maybe Connor just needs to not be here for it to be 13. Nope, it's 25. 25. Okay. Well, guys, once again, we're going to continue testing the skills of these runners. We got drawing number 25 here, Connor. We're going to continue testing the skills of these runners.
Nice.
And good luck to our runners. And let's just learn a little bit about these runners as we get going here. Connor, maybe you could just read like one or two of the fun facts while we're getting the production team to get the drawings ready.
Yeah, for sure. So on the left, we have our 3-time tournament winner, Ricardo Jean, who is also our number 3 seed, rocking SolidWorks.
Nice.
His first note that he wants to put down is that he loves his wife and that she's all to him.
Nice.
That's very sweet.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And also, he is the owner of www.biblioteca.progetista.com, where Brazilian designers grow up.
Nice.
Very nice.
I like that.
And on the right, we have Gray, our number 2 seed, also rocking SolidWorks, and that he has been using SolidWorks since 2020 for work. And also that he mostly designs sheet metal.
Nice.
Very nice.
Oh, he would have been good with that very first model, huh?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see if there's any other sheet metals here on the Wheel of Feet.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, listen, these guys are both regulars on the show. They're regulars in the tournament. They know what to expect, so I don't think we need to build it up anymore. I'll just say this. These are two of the fastest speed modelers we have. They're both using their regular seats of SolidWorks, so they are both ready to put on a show here. And here we go, guys. This next CAD vs. CAD battle featuring Ricardo Jean from Brazil, a 3-time tournament winner using SolidWorks, going up against Gray from Russia using SolidWorks, our number 2 seed versus our number 3 seed. This CAD vs. CAD battle begins in 3, 2, 1, go! What is the mass of this part in XXXX grams? The tolerance is very generous, plus or minus 5 grams. And look at this thing, Connor. It's a bike rack.
Nice.
It's a bike rack. This thing's made from 6061 aluminum. You got tubing running up and around this thing. Tubing, 30 millimeter tube by 25 ID. And then you've got some solid rods, some 15 millimeter solid rods that are making that kind of like a coat hanger type of shape.
Nice.
So we've got Ricardo on the left getting into it here. We've got Gray on the right. I think Gray is still kind of planning out what he's going to do with this thing. Let's get over to our CAD vs. CAD battle and see where these guys go. Interesting, it looks like Ricardo decided to start with a plane there. He's creating a plane. He typed in 1500 over 2. Oh, and then he did a little bit extra there as well. I don't want to give away any trade secrets there, but that was there's a little bit of extra on the end there. Very interesting. And so, of course, when it comes to a model like this, just like all the models that we've talked about throughout the day today, you want to discretize the process into multiple steps. You want to think to yourself, how am I going to model this thing up? And it looks like the most obvious way to break this up would be to say that you want to have the main kind of tubular shape that's going up and around the outside be be one of the discretized regions, and then you'd want the solid wire hanger to be another discretized region, and then the pattern of those hangers would be maybe like your third discretized region. Now the question is, when it comes to constructing that tubular shape, can you do that all at once? Do you need to do it in multiple phases? And I think that's what we're going to see from our runners. So both of our runners starting out with an offset plane, both of our runners starting out with a sketch here, both of our runners putting the origin at the same spot.
Nice.
Goes to show that as you learn and develop your best practices, you can really refine your workflows and your skills. I love Gray here on the right using offset with some special tools here to kind of include all the geometry. That's pretty sweet, and that's something that I always recommend my students do when they're working with any kind of like a tube shape, because now you see Gray can easily calculate that max top value.
Nice.
So it took a little bit of extra time for him to kind of get that extra step in there, do that offset, but I think it's really going to pay off as far as making it easy to understand what it is that he's working on. So really cool start there from Gray. 100% approved. Ricardo Jean on the left in the meantime looks like he's actually in a 3D sketch here. And wow, look at that. He's already constructed. Holy smokes, what did he do? He laid out the one side and then turned that into a 3D sketch.
That's cool.
Wow. Super impressive there. And but look at Gray on the right here. He's doing the same thing. He's converting that into a 3D sketch. He's adding that fillet there. And wow.
It's like Ricardo drew first blood.
Yeah, Ricardo drawing first blood, getting that whole thing in place there, opting to do the entire tube at once there, constructing a new plane here, offsetting it 100 millimeters for that first hanger. So wow, guys, this is awesome. I love the fact that we're able to see both of these guys trying to solve their way through this.
Yeah. It looks like, I don't know if Ricardo's planning or if his screen is frozen.
I think he's probably planning. The hanger's not necessarily easy geometry. Yeah. And see, look, SolidWorks does this thing sometimes where when you draw off of an arc, it like forces you into tangent. That's something that I actually really like about Fusion, is that there's a hard workflow to control that, where in SolidWorks it seems like it's a little harder to control. Might be some order of ops problems. Jordan, when I read that at first, I thought you were saying there might be some OBS problems. I thought I was having maybe like a broadcasting issue, but
yeah,
good to hear that it's a
little bit of PEMDAS.
Yeah,
this is one of those parts where you got really, I don't want to give too much away.
Yeah. This is something where, like, you see Ricardo here is adding in that material, 1/2 material thickness to get his dimensions to be the outside as well. This is definitely a tricky part, but it's representative of what the customer will give you. Like when the customer gives you a print, or especially like a hand sketch, they're not thinking about things like, oh, well, when you sweep it, you're probably going to sweep about the center line. They're just thinking about things like overall dimensions. What's the dimension from the floor to the bottom of that hanger? You know, that's what the customer is thinking about. And so you can see that Ricardo is taking that into account here by including kind of some layout geometry, some offset geometry. And we saw Gray do that earlier with his offset geometry, and we see him doing it again now over on the right. So this is really, really interesting to see, and we're going to see which one of our runners ends up, coming up with the correct geometry and the correct mass of this thing in pretty short order here, I think.
Yeah.
But as is the case with all these matches today, I don't think any of these are going to be sub 3 minutes. I don't think this one's going to be sub 3 minutes. I'm just going to make a prediction.
Yeah, I agree.
And and I'm all for it, man. I love seeing this stuff. I love seeing how they solve. These are real world challenges. Not only the geometry of the parts is real world, but also things like what I mentioned a moment ago, like needing to create a dimension that goes to, like here, you see Ricardo's got to add in a dimension here that goes to the max height. That's what the customer gave us. The customer didn't give us the dimension to the center. They give us the dimension for the max height.
Yeah.
And so Ricardo getting in there and trying to figure out how to get that geometry in place. And now I think we might see kind of what Jern was alluding to earlier with regards to order of operations. You see that both of our runners have this kind of half sketch in place, but now they need to figure out what they're going to do to get it to actually come up and connect. And Ricardo Jean looking like he's going to opt to use an extrude up to surface to create that geometry. Wow. And he's got that plane in the center already that it looks like he's going to be able to use for his mirror. Oh, he's using that end face of that thing for the mirror. And wow, this thing is really coming together fast now for both of our runners. They both have this thing at the final phases. My goodness, this is going to be close. Wow, Ricardo Jean, look at this. Opting to use a move body instead of using a linear pattern because it gives you the XYZ right off the shoot. You don't have to pick a direction for the pattern. That's another super advanced move. Yeah, pro move. And we're going to see an answer here, I think, any moment. Ricardo Jean on the left applying his material and possibly coming in here with an answer. We're watching the chat. Ricardo Jean comes in with an answer. 5,338 grams. And that is correct.
Nice.
And congratulations to Ricardo Jean. The answer that I had in my answer sheet was 5,339, and that is plus or minus 5 grams.
Very
and
nice.
Wow. Very, very nice. There was some super speedy modeling there, and they were both very, very close. And Man, that is not easy geometry. This is why Ricardo Jean is a 3-time champion, because whether it's, whether it is machining type geometry, machined geometry, whether it's drafted geometry, whether it's sweepy lofty geometry, he's got the moves, man.
Yeah.
Wow, and Gray right behind him with that well-deserved number 2 and number 3 seed in this tournament. They both are just so fast. That easily could have gone either way.
Yeah.
Man. This is what's up.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations, guys. Put a GG in the chat for Ricardo, earning that point. Very nicely done. Congratulations. And thank you again to our prize sponsor, 3D Connection. Work faster without the strain. Thanks to 3D Connection. And, of course, thanks to all of our sponsors. Thanks to Fotinos Design, CAD design services from a CAD expert and a former 2023 world champion.
Yeah.
That's when we had to go through 23 people. That's when we did the live event.
That was so cool.
And congratulations to Victor K, taking it all down. And, of course, thank you to Send Cut Send as well, another one of our sponsors. Visit Victor K, Fotinos Design, and that's down below in the description as well. And thank you, of course, to Send Cut Send. If you ever need custom parts manufactured from your 3D models, you can visit them, sendcutsend.com. If you visit sendcutsend.com/tootalltoby, you can save some money on your first order. And I think we have a coupon code down below as well. And, of course, PDX, if you want to visit us in Arizona in October, when it's nice and warm, you can wear shorts in October. You can visit pdexpo.engineer, and you can use coupon code TTT26 to save $50 off of your ticket for 2 days of outstanding insights into the world of product design, manufacturing, product development, manufacturing.
Nice.
All right, Connor, here's the big question. What number... What number do you think the wheel is going to give you? You got 13 and you got 23.
I think I gotta stick with 13.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. He's sticking with 13. He's feeling it. He's
Yeah.
feeling it. Bo Tam thinks
Not
it's not going to be
13.
13. Bo Tam thinks it's not going to be 13. So many to choose from, says Naomi. So many to choose from. Guys, here we go. Let's give this thing a shuffle. I don't look at the numbers after I shuffle. So. Shuffle, 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 and spin. I wasn't looking. So I'm not trying to seed it one way or the other. Oh, it's on 13. It's man. I thought that was it. I was waiting for it there. All right, Connor. Well, congratulations. You definitely have the skills.
Yes.
Gray.
Please win this so we can see 13.
Yeah. We need a win or a push here so we can
Yes.
finally see what 13 looks like. So we're going to close this one. And guys, this is going to be yet another set of skills. Whoops, pull this one off here. There we go. That can be for the next time. We can try to guess what it's going to be. So we're going to close this one off here. And guys, we're gonna talk to the production crew and get everything ready for this next challenge for drawing number 23. While we're doing that, Connor, maybe you could just tell the audience a little bit more about these runners.
Sure. So once again, on our left, we have our 3-time tournament winner, Ricardo Jean, our number 3 seed, rockin' SolidWorks. He is a SolidWorks teacher on YouTube. Follow him on his channel, Ricardo Jean.
Nice.
And I believe it's not in the description, but I do believe he did model the entire Ferrari. Right, that was Ricardo.
That?
Yeah, that was cool. And then he has 7 entries at the TTT tournament, multiple-time champion.
Yeah,
and
3-time champion.
Yeah, and his father and brother are SolidWorks designers too.
So cool.
Yeah,
so cool.
And on the right, we have our number 2 seed, Gray, rocking SolidWorks.
Yep.
And this is his 5th TTT championship.
Nice.
And at every championship, he gives his opponents a great opportunity to advance to the next round.
Huh.
Apparently not last time, though. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, listen, don't let Ricardo advance yet, because we got to see this next.
We got to see 13.
We got to see 13. All right, guys. Well, Rockcrawler is out. Goodbye, Rockcrawler. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
So good to see everybody in here. If you're just tuning in, be sure to hit the like button. It looks like we've got a total of 75 people watching right now. So be sure to hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Be sure to click the live button so that you are sure that you are getting the latest and greatest. Make sure you hit the live button as well. And
yes.
Guys, we are going to get into this next battle. Ricardo Jean has 1 point. If he can get this next point, he will advance to the finals. Gray has 0 points. If he can get this next point, then we all win, because we all get to see the mystery drawing number 13. So here we go, guys. This next CAD vs. CAD battle featuring Ricardo Jean, our number 3 seed, 3-time tournament winner from Brazil, using SolidWorks, going up against Gray, our number 2 seed from Russia, using SolidWorks. This CAD vs. CAD battle begins in 3, 2, 1, go. What is the mass of this part in x.xxx pounds? A lot of inches and pounds models today.
Yeah.
Tolerance is plus or minus 0.002 pounds. This thing is called a bearing cap. And once again, we are challenging these runners on a variety of skills today. This one's definitely a little more of a machined part, but I think you're going to see that there's going to be, again, multiple phases here. Multiple phases of this design, and you want to kind of discretize each of these phases. Both of our runners have already jumped into their CAD system, and we see Ricardo Jean begins with his kind of main square, that kind of upper square shape, where it looked like Gray was going to start out with the revolve, but now he's done maybe a Control Z, maybe undo, kind of going back a little bit and maybe changing his approach. So we'll see if that costs him. You can't let Ricardo Jean get too far out ahead because there's no turning back.
Yeah.
This guy doesn't have a break.
Yeah.
So... wow, so he's already done his initial shape, extruding that kind of rectangular shape, drawing first blood, and now doing a second shape here. It looked almost like he did that second shape as an extrude with a draft, and then threw a fillet on the bottom. It's kind of difficult to see what exactly is happening here with this model. I think we need to see it at an angle. Okay, we see it. Thank you for showing it to us at an angle there.
Yo, shout out Rockcrawler. Canceled a meeting. Not gonna miss this.
Yo, he's telling the whole team.
Yeah.
He said, guys, just wait.
Yeah. Guys, tune in right now.
Guys, everybody tune in, hit the like button.
Yeah.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you, Rockcrawler. That's super fan. That is super fan level. Look at Ricardo Jean. So interesting. I talked about discretizing the model, and usually what I mean by that is actually like thinking through how you're going to do the different areas of the model. But instead, Ricardo Jean actually modeled it using multi-body, shelled out that lower kind of cup section, and then added in that top plate, and then cut extruded it through that top plate.
Wow.
That was really, really advanced stuff there, guys, and it came super fast. Be sure when you go back and watch the recording of this thing, you kind of like just pause and go back and look at what he did there with those first couple of features. That was super impressive. But now we see he's got another challenge in front of him, which is the challenge of creating this kind of angled, almost like a slotted shape here sticking out the side. And let's see how he ends up handling this. A little double dimension there across the center line. Interesting. And now is he gonna? Oh, he converted that shape, and so he's just gonna extrude a region of the sketch.
That's cool.
Interesting, yeah, but interesting. Let's see how he resolves this. It looks like he's thinking. I know what he's thinking here. He's thinking, well, that's gonna be on the inside.
Yeah.
Let's see, once again, opted to not merge the bodies. You can tell from the upper left there, he's got the multiple bodies in the upper left. So really, really impressive stuff here so far from Ricardo, and really interesting use of multi-body, guys. I think a lot of times people think multi-body is only ever used when you're doing like the stairs where you've got actual like multiple parts, but in this case he's using multi-bodies to kind of allow him to be more flexible with his order of operations, and I think that's something that definitely advanced, and definitely something that a lot of newer users overlook when it comes to multi-body.
It's neat watching Ricardo because he's always a little unorthodox.
Yes.
Like, you can tell this guy knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
And just because of the way he's able to use multiple different features on parts in ways that you wouldn't typically use them.
Look at this. That was an intersect command.
Yeah.
Did an intersect. I would have cleared that out with like a delete face or maybe a cut revolve on the inside. This guy does it with an intersect command. Wow. And now a cut extrude through both. And now, how's he gonna bring this thing back together? Mirror.
Whoa.
Mirror. Little body mirror. Body mirror. Wow.
That was clean.
Guys, we are seeing some wizardry here. And getting in there, he realized he maybe was missing a fillet there. Getting in there and adding that fillet, that way he can just roll forward. And wow, super, super impressive there, especially those last couple of moves. But really start to finish, that was super impressive. Guys, we're watching the chat. We're seeing an answer coming in from Ricardo Jean. 1.495 pounds, and that is correct.
Congratulations.
And Ricardo Jean moves on to the finals. Congratulations, my friend. And Gray, a very well fought battle. I don't think there's anybody, I can't think of anybody who would have been able to keep up with Ricardo on that one. That was not only incredibly fast run, but just really, really advanced creative ways of using multi-body there. And wow, that is the stuff of a 3-time tournament champion right there. Guys, if you want to become a tournament champion, if you want to become better at speed modeling, you got to go back and rewatch that video and watch what Ricardo Jean was pulling off there, because those were some advanced moves that you do use in the real world to, like I said, the biggest thing you could learn from that is just to realize how you can kind of get around some limitations when it comes to order of feature creation. And in his case, he did it by using multi-body and leveraging it. Wow, what a pleasure to watch.
That was crazy.
And what a pleasure to co-commentate with you, Connor. That was great.
Yeah, I agree. That was probably the most entertaining stream I've done in a long time, besides maybe the time where I helped out with the finals.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
This was great, guys. Congratulations. Amazing models today, Toby. Time to go model these in On Shape. Yes.
Nice.
Good luck, Victor K. Rockcrawler, thank you so much for canceling your meeting. Now you guys can get back into it with your team.
Yeah.
You guys can get back to work. But I hope that it was worth it. I think it was absolutely worth it. What an awesome match there, guys. GG to Ricardo Jean, but of course, GG to both of our runners. Be sure to put a GG in the chat for Gray as well.
Yeah.
He really put on a great show today. Great matches, great models today. Thank you, Jaron. Thank you very much for the super chat. Guys, the super chat is open. Please feel free to send in some super chat. And guys, also good game to our runners earlier, to Dom and to Matab.
Yeah.
We're going to see next week a Ricardo 3-time tournament winner versus Matab 2-time tournament winner finals. I think this is going to be an awesome finals. I don't know if we've ever seen Ricardo Matab. I feel like one of them always gets knocked out earlier.
Yeah.
And so this is going to be a Ricardo Matab showdown. This is going to be epic. Is Matab going to get his 3rd win, or is Ricardo going to extend the lead with a 4th tournament victory? Yeah. We're also going to see Dom versus Gray next week for our 3rd and 4th place battle. So looking forward to seeing Dom versus Gray next week. Yeah. Guys, be sure to come back and join us next week. It was so awesome having all of you in here today. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, of course, to all of our sponsors. Thank you to Xometry, Photinos Design, My Solid Box, PD Expo.engineer, Send Cut Send, 3D Connection. Guys, we couldn't have these tournaments without all of our sponsors. And of course, thank you to our title sponsor, Hightel.io. Be sure to visit them. The links are all down below in the description. And guys, this is going to be so awesome. Are we going to see drawing number 13 next week? We might make drawing number 13 the special drawing for that wheel contest where you can win a prize. So I think we might end up making drawing number 13 that. But guys, thank you so much to Connor.
Thank you for having me.
Awesome work. Awesome battles. Awesome work. And guys, don't forget, we have links and reminders at tootalltoby.com/calendar. So if you want to get links and get the direct YouTube live stream link and get a calendar reminder on your calendar, you can just click on those links and then you can say copy to my calendar, and that way you don't miss anything. And hit the like button, subscribe, share, and reshare. Sign up for an account over at tootalltoby.com. And that's it, guys. Next week, Model Monday Live is not happening. We're not doing Model Monday Live next week because we are going to be taking a break for next week, getting ready for the finals. So that means our next live stream is going to be next Friday, 1 p.m. East Coast, USA. So I hope you will all join us. It's been an awesome live stream. It's been a bit of a marathon, but I'm very glad to have gotten to see all that epic modeling. Thank you so much to Dom. Thank you so much to Matab. Thank you so much to Ricardo. Thank you so much to Gray. Thank you to all of you, the amazing chat. Thank you to our sponsors. Thank you, Connor. And we will see you guys in the next Too Tall Toby live stream. See you, everybody.
See ya.